I'll talk about
Yugi, Yami Yugi, in like, what is it, the first episode ever, has a guy holding a bottle of alcohol pouring out of his hand, puts a lighter on him, so he lights himself on fire after a while.
I'm sorry, I'd rather be eaten than lit on fire.
Welcome back, everybody. This is your boy RTL Fate, and we are back with another episode of Kickback Anime Discussions. And this tournament is a big one, as we will be talking about the best shonen protagonists of all time. And keep in mind that we're going to be talking about mainly like long-running, battle, adventure type shonen, trying to keep it kind of specific of what type of characters we will be talking about today. So, we got plenty of guests here for today's tournament bracket, and we'll start off with everybody introducing themselves, starting off with Ali. Go ahead, Ali.
Yo, I'm Ali, and I make a lot of, like anime edits, and I like the anime, stuff. I don't got much of an intro to say, but, whatever.
Oh, there you go. We also got Light Chips. Go ahead, Light.
Hi, I'm back, and I'm happy to be here.
Alright, we love having you back here. We also got Pokesel. Go ahead, Pokesel.
Yo guys, I'm Pokesel, and I like to bang inside Squid's comment section.
Definitely loves debates. And last but not least, Squid himself. Go ahead, Squid.
Hey, me, Squid. I am sort of the master of bad opinions around here.
Boo!
That was a bad opinion, Squid. That was a very bad opinion.
Alright, so everybody has introduced themselves, and we are going to get right rolling into it. Starting off with our first matchup of the first round, we got Asta from Black Clover and Deku from My Hero Academia, two of the most popular shonen out currently.
Can I ask a clarification question?
What's up?
Is this the entirety of each character, or just them up to a certain point? Like, is this Deku up to season 2, or is this Deku after season 2?
All of anime. We won't talk about
any
manga stuff.
Their entire anime career.
Yes.
Their entire anime career is on the line.
Alright, with that said, I am hands down 100%, no question, didn't even have to think about it, going for Asta. Asta's fantastic as a character. His growth from this, no magic, weakling to obtaining, working out all the time to become strong, and the entire thing with having no magic and his teamwork with his friends and everything. Very similar to Deku, but it's done much better. So, yeah, I'm definitely voting for Asta here.
Yeah, for me, no difficulty. Asta for sure. I feel like I really like how Asta, he couldn't use his power unless he actually didn't work, because I remember it was stated by Julius, he couldn't even lift Asta's sword because it was so heavy. And then you see Asta as like this little kid, and I'd see more used for comedy, but you still see him like working like every day on his body to like be able to lift his sword.
Wait, I thought he couldn't lift his sword because it was draining his magic, not because it was heavy.
You just can't hold on to it. It'll
suck
him dry.
Yeah, but Julius said
I remember him saying it was really heavy.
Yeah, but he could still pick. It wasn't
he just
so,
has, like,
it wasn't
buff,
like a black hole. Julius is a nerd, dude. He can't lift anything.
He was called the Wizard King.
Anyways, I didn't really enjoy the fact how Deku, like, even with his quirk, while he's not able to use it, like, so far in the anime, like, at its full capacity, he didn't really seem like he worked for it at all, just because, like, he kind of ate hair and became, like, classroom Jesus. That's all I gotta say.
You know, when they said he had to attain his DNA, I'm just glad he meant his hair, not the other way. Ugh.
That's fair. That is fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have to go for Asta actually. Like as much as I like
What?
that.
You went for Asta? I was so.
Yeah.
I actually thought you were about to vote for.
Yeah,
Deku.
I get. I mean, this guy needs to grow some balls, man. This freaking Deku, man. Like, I like him and all, but I think Asta's like.
Deku's the stinking crybaby.
Exactly.
The comedy of My Hero is Deku.
That's like the running
Deku being
joke.
a pussy.
I love Deku and all, but like Asta, he's just like a better character. And you know the debate how he like just got all his like godly power just from eating some DNA. Yeah, I think that's like yeah, kind of fair.
Yeah.
I mean, if he was a character that was straight up a nerd and became a hero by just smarts, and yeah, I mean, I might like him more by this.
That would be cool. To be fair.
Yeah, that would actually be cool.
Someone like Batman.
Yeah, like that'd be pretty cool actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
In my opinion, personally, I think Deku before season 3 is a better character than Asta. But after season 3 and 4 happen, I feel like Deku's entire character gets wrecked. Which makes him actually a negative character. However, from what I've seen of Black Clover, I view Asta as an annoying furball.
Actually, both of them really have their pros and cons. Like, I kind of don't like Asta, but I don't like Deku either.
I don't like Deku either. Deku and Asta are just annoying characters in my eyes.
Well, you gotta watch more Black Clover, and then you realize Asta's greatness.
Oh, you're perfect on the Deku take. Very annoying.
Yeah, sometimes what I don't like about anime is that, like, one time they're super serious, the other they're, like, joking around. I'm like, stick to personality. Are you funny or are you serious?
Yeah.
Deku's not funny. He's not serious. He's just...
he's funny to us because we meme him. That's why he's funny to us.
I dropped Black Clover very early, and then with My Hero Academia, I've seen, like, episode 1, 5, 7, 8. Like, I skipped around on My Hero because I personally didn't find its quirks very good, but I found Deku as a decent character within the first 2 seasons. I'm just not going to vote because I hate both of the characters.
Alright. Okay.
Oh, God.
Because you don't need my vote.
Any final things you want to say about this matchup?
To be honest, both these characters are similar. They're both powerless, worked hard, got powers, and are annoying. But just based off of, my personal morals and the fact that I'll throw up if I ever vote for Asta, I'm voting for Deku.
I'm glad Deku loses. Now...
Same.
Well, now he said that, he's gonna get some power-up and beat you up.
Yeah, I don't even think these are very good protagonists. I pray that they'll be terrible.
I think they're alright. They're alright, not the best.
As far as
Asta's a great
These two are twins.
Actually, yeah, they kind of are the same person, except, Deku just cries more.
Hey,
if I was forced to vote, I probably would have gone Deku because, my relationship with Black Clover, but luckily I didn't have to vote.
Alright, I mean, I literally said they're basically the same, but Asta's better. So... let us move
and they're not the same.
I mean, how they're built up. That's what I'm talking about.
And both of them are built real good.
One of them is more annoying.
They're both very fit. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
All right. So next matchup of the first round, we got 2 protagonists by the same mangaka. We got Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho and Gon Freaks from Hunter x Hunter.
Damn. This is probably one of the hardest matchups.
I honestly am not the biggest fan. Like, I don't dislike Gon, but the only good part of his character is the whole entire Pito situation. Other than that, I don't think he's the greatest protagonist. So I'm definitely voted for Yusuke.
I will fight you.
Oh!
I'm guessing you got an opinion about Gon, huh?
Yeah, my opinion is that he's better.
Okay.
I could explain it, but do I have to?
You might have to.
You kind of have to.
We'll circle back. We'll see how it ends up.
We'll see how... Oh, fair enough. Anybody else got... I'm definitely voting for Yusuke here. I think his overall...
I'm going to vote for Gon.
I'm going to go for Gon.
Damn.
What? Gon is such a... Like, he's such a bland person.
He ain't bland.
I think you just don't have a high enough IQ to understand.
This is going.
Yeah,
This is
maybe
the
it's the one
opposite.
high IQ.
The average argument in your comment section. You don't
Here,
have
okay.
enough of a high
I will
IQ.
tell you my reasoning. Yusuke, obviously amazing. It sucks that he came from a time where animation looked like the equivalent of pouring bleach into your eyes. But
Damn.
here's the thing.
Damn, son.
He seems really generic, right? He seems like every other idealistic kid, but he isn't. He's horrible. He's a terrible person. He's selfish. He's immature. He gets people in trouble all the time, and that's awesome.
But go.
It's something that you don't see in anime very often, like a person from like a negative.
Oh, you talking
And
about
despite all of that, you still love him and want his dad to hug him.
No, I didn't really care. I like Killua.
Well, that's because you don't have a high enough IQ, RTL, to understand.
Yeah, dude, this guy don't got a high IQ.
RTL doesn't have enough emotion.
The
in his
only
heart.
interesting part of Goen's character was the entire Pito situation. Other than that, he was idealistic. He was stubborn. Everything you just said, it was
Everything
so
that you
annoying.
don't
Ask
see
that.
in a
You're describing
protagonist.
your favorite character right now. Idealistic and stubborn. Black Clover.
Honestly, not stubborn, bro.
What?
Yeah, but
In
we
the
still
two
stubborn.
episodes I have seen, in the 2 episodes that I've seen of Black Clover, Asta is one of the most stubborn characters I have ever seen.
He's so
How?
stubborn, he hit his broken arms with well, I guess he's either stubborn or really, 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 really stupid.
I think to like
Asta
put
is really
it,
stupid. I'm gonna be honest. He's very dumb.
but yeah, Deck is like the opposite though. That's like we can give him
He's
that.
really smart and he still sucks as a character.
Yeah.
You can't even think of a way to make himself sound like more manly.
Yeah, I vote for Gon.
Oh
Yeah,
my
me too.
goodness. Gon. This
Sorry,
bland character. The only reason why Hunter x Hunter is great is because of Killua anyway. Yeah,
All I'm
go
saying
Gon.
is Killua pushed
And
his
he's
fingers
so good.
into his own head, so he got penetrated by a guy.
Somehow
Oh.
Gon beats Yusuke. This was I didn't want this to happen, people.
Wait, Gon beat Yusuke? I thought it was 2-1.
No, it was
3-1.
3-2 because like I
Oh.
messed up. Pretend this. Yeah, there we go.
Should have been a sweep.
I hope that happens. I hope that happens.
No, that is not going to happen. Anyway, next matchup, we got Yami Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! Versus Red/Ash, if you haven't read the Pokemon manga from Pokemon.
Wait, I thought this was anime, not manga.
Yeah,
But Red
and
is
Ash
great.
is
Red a video
garbage.
game, so I'm counting Red. That's why I said Red/Ash. Red/Ash.
I'll tell you there was
Oh,
like a
Ash is
spin-off.
garbage, but
Ash
Red
is
good.
garbage, dude. When I was a kid, I liked him, but now
Well,
it's
since this is
trash.
anime, I say we have to do Ash.
No, I'll put in Red, bro. Bro,
I'm
nobody
sorry,
there's like a
Red
spin-off
doesn't
where
have
it follows
an
Red.
anime. Red doesn't have an
No,
anime.
he
because-
does, but it's like
Well,
a spin-off.
He technically
It's like-
does, but it's not as good as his manga
Like-
version.
Yeah, it doesn't look as cool though.
Well, Ash is
Um,
garbage, but I've never watched Yu-Gi-Oh! So,
Yu-Gi-Oh is kind of also the power of friendship, really. It's
If
just
If I'm talking about Red,
It's
I
power
vote
of
for
the
Red.
cards. What do you mean?
it's the heart of the
Heart of
card.
the
It's the heart of the
cards.
cards. That's what it is.
Oh gosh,
Hands
dang it! You got me.
down Voting for Red. Dude is a dope protagonist.
I'm voting for Yami Yugi just because from the beginning of the get-go, Yami Yugi is such a mysterious. Because this isn't Yugi, this is Yami, right?
I mean,
It's him.
they're the same
Pharaoh.
person.
We're talking about a Tem. No, they're similar, but technically
Well,
they
Yami Yugi is Yugi's body being possessed
by the Pharaoh.
like a spirit.
From the get-go, he seems so mysterious. He just appears when Yugi is in trouble or when Yugi is inside of a card battle. And inside the original series, he sends people to the Shadow Realm by looking at them. If anybody's seen the original Yu-Gi-Oh series,
Jet.
it's
What did
Oh,
nothing
I
like...
Jet.
from?
The
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh was like everyone's childhood.
No, the original Yu-Gi-Oh series was not Duel Monsters. It was frightening, man. Like,
Yeah.
if you saw the
No.
original Yu-Gi-Oh series, it was so dark.
The
Like, it's
manga-
darker than Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh,
That's
whoa.
fucked
It
up.
I
is?
doubt
Yes,
it.
the original Yu-Gi-Oh series. One of the characters gets raped, RTL.
This is a
I
card
don't-
game. How does that happen?
Have you read, bro? Everything in Tokyo
Well,
Ghoul is
the-
fucked.
The Yu-Gi-Oh!
I'm talking about
anime and
the-
manga
No,
Yeah,
explain to
predates
me
the
how
card
someone almost
game.
got raped in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes. The original
wasn't always
Yu-Gi-Oh!
about just the
anime
card game.
is not the card game. The
Tokyo
original
made
the
Rich,
card game
yeah.
out.
Tokyo Ghoul, the people got eaten and tortured and even
Yeah,
worse.
that happened in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, you
Well, not
want to talk
Eaten,
about
but
torture?
I
What the
want to talk about torture.
Yami Yugi, in like, what is it, the first episode ever, has a guy holding a bottle of alcohol pouring out of his hand, puts a lighter on him, so he lights himself on fire after a while.
I'm sorry, I'd rather be eaten than lit on fire.
Bro,
Both
Doesn't
sound
mean
painful.
that-
bro,
but-
have you seen
Die?
Kaneki get tortured, bro? I would never
We're
want to
talking
go
about-
through that. I would
Oh,
never
okay,
it's
want to
okay.
go through
Darker than Tokyo
Ken
Ghoul,
Kanki's
no
not on this
way.
list. Let's stop talking about Tokyo
that.
Ghoul.
Yeah,
yeah.
Anyway, Yami
Oh,
Yugi
wait, God,
from
I'm
the
not-
anime is not we're debating Yami Yugi versus
fine. You know,
Um,
Yami Yugi from the manga, you could talk about Yami Yugi. So we're talking about Red. This is the only exception. we're talking
Yami
about
Yugi.
manga.
No. There's also the anime version of the manga of the Dark Bits. There is an anime version of it. It's just not
Yeah,
that popular.
That
There-
lighter
there
scene
was
where
an
he lights
adaptation.
him on fire is in the anime.
Uh-huh.
I have no idea. what
It's
you're
just
talking
not-
about.
okay, so-
Oh, hold on. Pause.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yu-Gi-Oh has
Hey, pause,
multiple
pause.
different series.
Pause.
Yeah.
Pause. Jet, are you in the chat?
Yeah.
I thought you
Oh,
said
no,
you couldn't
chat.
do it. You just showed up out of nowhere.
I got carried behind.
All right,
Oh,
people.
that's
We
right.
have a new
Take a
guest.
step,
His
huh?
name is
Oh, no.
Jet. Let's
Does
catch
this
up.
mean we have 6?
Well, someone else said he's gonna join, and it's all right.
Okay.
It's fine. We'll just
Jet.
count RTL's vote because it
Turn me
doesn't
up.
count.
Yeah.
Talk. Hey, Jet, talk.
Turn me up.
There we go. All right, I'm turning you up.
Oh, I thought you said turn me on.
He's looking at. The,
I was thinking the same. I thought you were trying to like censor or something.
I'm gonna
Alright,
take
Jet.
a break from the dark side. How about Charizard? I consider him a better protagonist than Ash.
That's protagonist. Oh, wait,
Yeah,
wait,
that's
wait.
true. Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so RTL, one second.
Yeah, what's up?
The thing with Yami Yugi that people don't get is Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters was not the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime series. There was an anime series, but before that. But are we talking about manga Yu-Gi-Oh?
You
or
can talk
anime
about
Yu-Gi-Oh?
whatever you want regarding.
So
Yami Yu-Gi-Oh!
manga
Red.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Was very, very dark. Yami Yu-Gi-Oh! From the manga. Like the anime was dark, but then the manga was even darker. It was like 10 times, then some stuff got censored in the anime, and then Duel Monsters came out and they censored everything.
But
Sounds
saying
more
it's-
like
saying
Berserk
it's
than
darker than
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Tokyo Ghoul is.
No, I'm serious, RTL. Read
Hey,
the
Squid,
original
Squid,
Yu-Gi-Oh! manga.
Have you read the
what's up?
Yu-Gi-Oh! manga?
I'm familiar.
And would you say it's darker than Tokyo Ghoul?
I don't think
I
so.
wouldn't say
'cause
it's darker,
I think
but
when you
like-
get to a certain level of edginess, it's kind of just, you're there.
I
Okay,
mean,
thought
yeah.
we were
It's hard to be
protagonist.
darker than Tokyo Ghoul. Let's be real. Like that's a.
I'd
huge
say
statement.
it'd be equal, like
I
in dark
doubt
level.
anything
There's a
Yu-Gi-Oh!
lot
does.
of dark stuff.
I don't
in the
know
Yu-Gi-Oh!
that it's
manga.
as dark as Tokyo Ghoul.
The
to
entire
be honest.
premise of Tokyo Ghoul is people getting eaten alive.
Anyway,
Well,
so
they don't
in
have
terms-
to be alive.
Anyway, so I'm gonna make my point. Doesn't matter what's darker than. Yami Yugi is almost like a monster based on the original manga, and then the card game comes out, and they start playing the card game, and Yami Yugi is still technically that monster, even up to one of the worst arcs inside the show. The what was it called? The Circle. Like the Circle. Do you remember what arc that's called?
The Orichalcum mark.
Yeah, Orichalcum. Inside the Orichalcum arc, he finally makes his final fatal mistake. And you watch as this pharaoh, who originally is willing to do the most evil stuff, starts to get his heart back and starts to get back on track. This pharaoh doesn't even know who he is. And he's killing people. He's sending them to the Shadow Realm. He's torturing them. He has like this, I can't remember what the ability is called, but he's able to make people realize what they're doing wrong and then commit suicide in a very painful way. Like
Oh my god.
So
Yeah.
this guy does that, but then for some reason, he's like this mysterious figure in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, and he doesn't know who he is. And eventually he learns of his identity by going through the Pharaoh, and that was one of the greatest arcs in anime history I'd go for. It was a beautiful arc. One of my favorite arcs ever. I still go back to it to this day and rewatch just those 5 episodes of
Mm,
Yami Yugi going back in time and discovering
That's
anyway, he
too
discovers who
bad.
he is. He fights Kid Yugi, and then he ascends. in my opinion, he is one of the greatest, most well done Shonen protagonists of all time.
Hmm.
Oh.
That
Just
made
the
me want to
amount of
vote for
growth
Ash.
that he goes through.
Sounds like a lot of statements here. Anybody else got anything to say? Red versus Yami Yugi.
Red.
This makes me want to vote for Red. That was kind of getting...
I
I'm
kind
sorry,
of
folks.
I kind of want to vote Yugi now. Like I know Red's this like really good Pokemon trainer and all, and like I haven't read like the manga, but I've seen like bits of it, and they kind of make like Red look like this real badass at times. And others he seems like kind of like generic. I don't know, like it's just I like Red, but I don't really know too much about this like other Yugi. I thought you were talking about like the dual monsters, man.
Yeah,
Monster.
I'm apparently this manga is crazy. That's how Pulse was.
It started. The manga isn't overall that good, but the character Yami Yugi is fantastic.
So the character, it's not the anime. I mean, manga.
It is before. There was an animated series before Duel Monsters that showed the original like first couple of volumes. Basically, the author experimented with this card game called Duel Monsters. It was supposed to be just a one. Because the way that Yu-Gi-Oh was set up is it was going to be a bunch of different games every single volume. Well, every single chapter. Yu-Gi tortures a person by using a different game. And then in one
like a totally
thing,
different series. I'm sorry.
I know. It does sound like that RTL because they tried to cover this up because of how dark it was,
But we're talking
and they
about
don't want that to be
Yu-Gi-Oh.
the picture.
We're talking
Yeah,
about
Yami
from
Yugi.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yami Yugi was part of Yugi. It was a whole part of the series.
I'm voting
That-
for Red.
Oh,
anyway-
I'm getting confused. I'm voting for Red.
I'm voting Red.
That's 2 for Red.
I played Pokemon Red. I'm voting Red.
That's 3 for Red. Jet, Squid. You got anything to say?
Wait, so is it Yugi or Yami Yugi?
Yami Yugi.
I'm gonna go with Yugi just because he's got the greatest hair of all.
No, how do you even do that hair? That's not natural. That's not natural.
Yeah, his hair crazy.
I vote for Yami Yugi.
All right, Squid, just vote
Obviously.
for Red and let's end this.
No, Squid, don't join us.
I have to do what RTL says. He's holding my dog hostage.
Wait, Squid! I have
No!
you trapped in my basement, Squid. I have you trapped and chained up in my basement.
Look at
Remember,
that.
I will cut down the
has-
likes.
All right.
Wait. I will cut down the likes to 2-3 likes, and then you have to give me your blood. Remember? I'm holding you hostage. I have recordings.
Man,
I could expose you on the internet,
This
man.
dude has been reading too much Yu-Gi-Oh, bro.
Can I just say one thing real quick
Yeah,
about
go ahead.
Yugi? Actually, 2 reasons I was going to vote for him before RTL threatened me was that, one, he's got the English dub is the best English voice actor ever for Yami Yugi. He's
The
a
D
dope.
voice is good, yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Archo, you're not allowed to threaten us. You said that was against the rules.
Bro, I
Bribery
didn't
and
threaten
threatening.
nobody. I just
Rules
said-
are meant to be
I
broken,
just
man.
said- I just said Squid, vote for Red. You know, that's all.
What, with a knife to his dog's throat, you said
Bro,
that.
I don't know what you're talking about. These are all.
You have a knife on his dog's
All right, I'm voting for this.
How
I'm
could
voting
you?
for Red. We're done.
Red has won the first matchup. All right, last matchup of the second other left half. We got Ichigo Kurosaki from Bleach, a member of the Big Three, and Demon Slayer with Tanjiro, member
Ichigo.
of a new series that has been
Ichigo.
very hyped. 2 swordsmen.
Ichigo.
Ichigo.
Tanjiro,
Ichigo.
Ichigo.
Shit.
All right, I got
We
two
all-
for Ichigo. All right. So,
We all
Alright,
know
I'm
who
gonna
these
say
is.
this. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna pick the character from arguably the greatest anime of all time.
Watch him say Demon
How
Slayer.
should I pronounce? All right, I'm gonna start off by singing the first OP. Suzuku.
Hey, Jack, you see that button next to the go live? Click
Oh
it.
my god.
Kamado Tanjiro. I don't know if I should spoil the
You guys
manga.
got
Nice try.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, let's not spoil the manga.
no.
Oh boy.
I think you should have done this later because Tanjiro gets some pretty good like moments in the manga. So you should wait for it to be animated. Make it fair.
Nah, I'm be waiting forever.
I think Tanjiro is
Tanjiro-
a fantastic character.
Oh,
He is
wait,
awesome.
you gotta
I
say
don't-
Tanjiro.
I'm not gonna
I
say.
would
I don't
go
have to say it
Ichigo.
properly. I'm gonna disrespect your culture.
No, you're disrespecting.
Wait, you guys are talking about Tanjiro?
Yeah.
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro.
All right. Order.
Tanjiro, you mean
order.
Tanjiro Goat?
Order in the court.
Wait.
The
All
greatest
right, so
protagonist of all time, the greatest cast of all time. I'm sorry.
we
Let's
got
just
two.
vote.
We got 2 votes for Ichigo, right? Pokesol
Mhm.
and Light voted for
Yeah.
Ichigo.
You know what I found funny was that Ichigo at first he was meant just to be a substitute. Like he wasn't even
No,
a
Aizen had his whole life planned out, so he
He's
wasn't
still
Yeah.
just
a
gonna be a
substitute at the end of the
I know,
anime.
like,
Yeah, he is still a substitute.
Yeah, which is kind of like funny for me. Because I was thinking like he's a substitute. No, I mean,
Well, he's
No,
not a
substitute
pure
just
Shinigami.
means
He
that
can't be
he's a
full.
human. Yeah,
Alright,
you can't.
If we're thinking about the shonen, the protagonist, we're thinking about Ichigo versus Tanjiro. Tanjiro, the entire thing with him protecting his sister, trying to find the cure for his sister is
Is adorable.
It's interesting.
Garbage.
And Ichigo, I mean, his entire thing is just protecting people that are close to him. Very similar, but not
They're like the
as
same
directed.
character again.
Now, if this was,
I said they're similar.
I
But
I
they're
would not
not
say
directly.
Tanjiro only goes for his sister. He is going after like the Demon King, man, like the
Now-
Demon Overlord guy.
if this
Muzan, yeah,
is,
well, I'm gonna.
if this is not, sorry if I mispronounced her name. I'm only on episode, I think like 20 of Demon Slayer. Nezuko. If this is
Only on episode 20.
Nezuko
Yeah, but
versus
24.
Ohime. Oh wait, no wait. Nezuko versus
Bro,
Talking
it's,
about
what-
love interest?
it's a Ichigo versus Tanjiro. So let's talk about Ichigo versus
Okay.
Tanjiro.
I mean, if it was Nezuko, she would have won, just for being a
Oh, what the fuck?
Nezuko's probably got some of the best lines within the series.
Bro.
I mean,
I don't know.
it does have some good songs.
If you gotta think about Ichigo's like best character moments versus Tanjiro's best character moments,
Ichigo with his
like,
dad training.
Ichigo.
I love Bleach, but Ichigo's really not that complex of a character versus Tanjiro. Even though he
Oh
only had
my.
one season, learning about his character in that one season is like there's a lot of more complexity with that. So
It gets even more complex in the manga. It's just,
I just
it's not as complex as Bleach. I'm gonna say that.
Will
So
the
are we
okay?
going off
I just-
of manga
no,
or
I
only
just wanna
anime?
say-
We're going off
only
of
anime.
anime.
Only
Just
anime.
anime.
RTL.
Yeah.
So the thing with Ichigo is at first he loses fights a lot. He's able to lose fights quite frequently, and it's almost fantastic how it happens. And then he fights the same person later on in the anime after training, and he's able to defeat them. But one thing that I feel like is absolutely fantastic is Will of the Heart. It's a OST inside of Bleach, and it plays almost perfectly with Ichigo. There's a lot of emotion behind Ichigo because he really wants to save people, but he's just this normal person. He's nobody special. He's not one of these fantastic named captains that are supposed to be
he
famous.
Is very special.
He
Once we
ends
learn
up being special. Yes, he ends up being
No,
special.
he's already special.
But at the original part of the anime, in the first couple episodes, he's viewed as just a lowly human that is nothing. And then they find out that he's part Quincy, part Hollow,
hold
part
on.
Yeah,
Something.
this part Quincy is
That's manga
kind of.
spoiler,
Oh, yeah!
dude.
Spoiler.
Alright, kick pokes
That's
allowed.
not a
Get him out of here.
Yeah, it is a spoiler, technically, because
Server
not
muted.
everybody's caught up.
Well, I'm actually not caught up either. I just know that he's part the Q word.
He's yeah. It's he's
So,
he's
I haven't
I
read the
thought they said
manga
that in
yet,
the
RTL.
I mean,
Anyway.
Tanjiro's nobody special either, so it's like...
He's a fantastic character. I like them both. I just
This
think
is
that
actually
Ichigo's
tough.
better.
Tanjiro is special actually. It's
They're both
Damn, I fucking
special, but
spoilers.
from the anime.
Mhm.
They're both, like, special, but from the anime, you know, from what we've seen from Tanjiro, it's very, like, he's not anything special at the beginning.
Well, except that he has a strong sense of smell.
isn't
so
he
that's
like a
about it.
coal miner or something like that? Not coal miner. How would it?
No, he makes
He-
charcoal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds so sad.
I mean,
like,
All right,
Ichigo
let's
works
get-
for a
Guy is-
hospital.
like the
let's get to the-
definition of a nothing.
Let's get down to the votes right here. All right, so
I vote Ichigo.
we got Pokesol and Light for Ichigo. We got
It's
Yeah.
tough, but
Jet for Tanjiro.
I'm going with Tanjiro.
We got
Oh,
Ali for
wow.
Tanjiro.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
for Ichigo.
Squid for Ichigo.
Oh, yes.
So we got 3.
You guys would so, if it was animated, you guys would still change your minds. Well, some of you would. At least.
It's tough.
What?
It's really tough, but I'm probably gonna have to go with Ichigo.
Thank God.
I don't
Let's
think
go.
this is even really a fair compare. Ichigo's had so much more time in the
Yeah, that is true. He has a lot more
development
time.
change.
There's
a
Tanjiro
lot
is
more
great.
characters.
Like
but-
one
All
season.
is fair in voting in anime
know.
tournament brackets. Now, the next
Tanjiro got
matchup
robbed.
we got Luffy from One Piece and Gintoki
Luffy.
from Gintama.
Gintama. Oh my.
Gentoki.
Gintoki for sure.
Yeah,
I
couldn't-
So no one's not gonna argue Luffy?
I couldn't take him seriously because like the whole thing was just a comedy for me, so I was just like, eh.
But then
But-
you
Listen,
learn more about his
I haven't even
character.
seen Let somebody say it for me because I have.
Gintama.
Thank you, Light.
Gintama.
Thank you, Light.
Say it right.
So
Yeah.
basically, I haven't seen that yet, but I know just from like hearing things and watching clips and stuff that he's an absolutely insane protagonist.
Jet, you got
But
anything
Luffy
to
is a
say?
great protagonist too. So.
So y'all really just gonna ignore my boy Luffy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
we
gross.
might
I
have
don't
to.
like him.
He's gross.
Wait, is this
Like,
based
give-
on character? This is based on character, right?
Yeah, Shonen Protagonist, you know.
Yo, Luffy's a goat though.
So is Gintoki, bro. Like, it's...
Yeah, but all I'm saying is
I
that,
mean, like,
all I'm saying
if you
Kentucky
gonna
ain't
compare
still around.
IQ,
He's only
I don't
going
know.
on now.
Gintoki's
See-
so much smarter than Luffy. It's not even... It's
I
not
almost
even
don't
Luffy's
even know
supposed to be
Gintoki counts.
retarded though.
I think
Luffy's
they wrote him
supposed
to be
an
retarded.
idiot.
Like,
Y'all are
Let's just
mad
vote.
At, no,
Everybody
y'all
just
mad
vote.
at Luffy because Luffy's been curving girls that y'all wish y'all had. That's my goat right there.
oh yeah,
Luffy.
where
Bro,
did their
have you
organs
seen
go?
the girls Gintoki curved? He curved
Yeah,
some girls
what?
too, bro.
No, there's between two curved and curved. Like, One
Let's just
Piece,
vote.
where are their
No,
organs?
no, Luffy,
Where
I
are
mean,
their organs?
Luffy curved Hancock, and then Gintoki curved the Stalker Ninja Girl.
Oh man, see, look, you know the difference between that? You didn't even know her name. You said Stalker Ninja Girl. You said Boa
Just
Hancock.
vote.
Hey,
Just
Squid,
vote.
no,
I'm
hold
going
on.
with Luffy.
Hey, Squid, do you know what person I'm talking about?
In what?
Gintama,
Yeah.
the ninja girl that's always after Gintoki.
Tsukiyo?
Is that her name?
With the scar on her face?
No, the ninja, the ninja one with the purple hair.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. No, I don't know her name. Wait, that's the waifu you went for?
That's the one that's always after him, bro. That is literally the one that's always after him.
Oh man, she has glasses, right?
Yeah, she's
Ayame
as
or
thirsty as
Ayame?
Hancock is
Is
for
that
Luffy.
her name?
I think so.
I think her name's Ayame. Some weird Japanese name. I think.
But
She's got purple hair and glasses. She's horny as hell.
she is horny as hell. Like,
Actually, I changed my vote to Gintama.
all right, so I'm voting for Gintoki as well, and I think he wins, right?
Oh wait, oh my god, I forgot his name. Yeah,
Squid, who
Famous
do you go
character,
for?
Gintama. I'm also voting for the man Gintama.
Gintoki.
Gintama.
So y'all really,
both of those maps are wrong.
That's
so
his
y'all are
name
really about to
now.
rob Luffy.
Yeah, that's the name out.
Bro, you gotta watch Gintama, Jet.
I haven't even seen, but I'm still voting.
All right, Gintoki beats Luffy.
Gentoki rhymes with Kentucky.
Can we also just say
I like
that
fried chicken.
Gintama has like a wooden sword and he just be beating people
Yeah.
with it all the time? It's
Yeah,
like
that
a
dude-
god.
He actually does just go out with a wind sword.
that
Come
dude-
on, this is so one-sided, RTL.
How?
This next one.
All of us voted for
We got.
No one
Everybody's
voted
gonna
Luffy.
vote for Naruto. Like,
Hold
I just
on,
have a
hold on. Let me announce the matchup first. Next matchup, we got Meliodas from the Seven Deadly Sins versus Naruto from Naruto.
I vote Naruto. I haven't
I
seen
don't
it,
think
maybe.
Meliodas counts at all.
I don't
Well,
really
I-
like
I watched the
Meliodas.
show for
I kind of want to
Espanol.
go for Meliodas because Naruto is just pure power friendship. Because you talk no jutsu to Obito. Seriously.
I don't even
Wait.
like Naruto that much, but
Listen,
I like him more than Meliodas.
Naruto starts off like the underdog, and then he just becomes like this giant upper dog.
He's literally the
There's,
son of Jesus.
Wait, do you see the movie? He was
Yeah,
like,
but everybody hates him at the start.
All right, let's start
It's
one at a
perfect.
time.
Okay.
Squid, why'd you say Meliodas doesn't count?
I honestly didn't even know Seven Deadly Sins was considered a shonen.
I mean,
be
yeah,
honest.
it follows the same.
It
like, shonen
is.
He's
format.
an old man. He ain't a kid.
Bro, it doesn't like the character's age doesn't
How
matter.
old is he actually? He died like a million times.
Meliodas is
Yeah,
a
he's like
thousands of years
Yeah,
old.
he's like thousands and thousands of years old.
Yeah.
Also, to be honest, I find Meliodas very forgettable as a
What?
character.
How?
I found I
think
forgot that he
Meliodas gets
existed.
outshined in his own show.
He does.
Yeah, I think.
But so does
But
Naruto.
Meliodas-
There's better written characters than Naruto.
Yeah,
Naruto.
but like
A lot better written
Like,
characters.
Alright, see. At least like when people watch Naruto, like I can understand when people say, "Oh, Naruto's my favorite character," but I really don't understand people say Meliodas is their favorite character.
It's hard to be a better character than Escanor or Bond, though. Like those are some of my favorite characters of all time.
Oh my, I love Escanor.
Especially Escanor. Like,
Bro, Bond's goated.
yeah.
Remember Seven Deadly Sins season 3? Oh wait, that never happened. Sorry.
Wait, it had
Oh
season
yeah.
3?
Do not mention the fight.
Wait, what are you guys talking about? That
Wait.
anime doesn't exist.
It had a
Oh,
season
yeah,
3.
yeah,
I remember
there's only the
season
manga.
1, 2, and 4.
I'll say this, like Meliodas' backstory. I'll say this: Meliodas' backstory is actually very interesting, and like
It
his
is,
entire
but, like-
cycle of like torment with the love of his life. Like that's
It's
an interesting
still
dynamic.
forgettable. That's the problem.
I
just,
think
I don't think that backstory is forgettable considering like what happens to him.
Like,
Naruto's
I've seen every Seven Deadly Sins episode except season 3, which doesn't exist. And I forgot Meliodas existed, to be honest.
I don't know how you do that, but honestly, I mean, I feel like I have to vote for Naruto too. I mean, I'm be honest. Here.
I'm gonna go with Meliodas.
We got 1 Meliodas, 2 Naruto.
Who's Meliodas?
Oh wait, the
Ally.
thing is, the Naruto. Oh yeah, I vote.
Naruto.
Guys, oh wait, the thing with Naruto is
Naruto.
that his backstory is pretty straightforward until we go all the way to like the end where it's talked about how they reincarnated into Naruto. That part's complicated, but like
Like
I
I said,
think
he's
it's
the
Boruto's
son
a
of
better
Jesus.
RTL, where's
Boruto?
Boruto?
honestly,
Boruto.
Naruto's kind of like
Isn't this
Oh,
an
it doesn't
anime
exist.
only?
It's a
Anime
fan-made
only?
show. Boruto's a fan-made show.
yeah.
It doesn't count.
I feel like they always had it. I feel like they just animated all of it. Then they're like, oh shit, we have to air it because they already animated all of it. That's what I feel like happened. I'm not sure though.
All right, Jet, who you vote for?
What's the vote right now?
We got 1 to Meliodas, 2 to Naruto.
I'm gonna tie it up. I'm going Meliodas.
2 to Meliodas, 2 to Naruto. Squid, who you picking?
I like seeing the world burn.
Fair enough.
I had like a whole argument against Meliodas, so I'm just gonna say Naruto.
Okay, 3 to Naruto, 2 to Meliodas. Pokesol, who you going for?
Naruto.
And that is
Why?
a 4.
Like, I like Seven Deadly Sins better than Naruto, and well,
That was a
except
sin you
season
just
3.
committed.
But
No, there's some
I-
pretty good
I-
moments in both shows. Like, both were
but
good.
I definitely think that as a character, that Naruto's better than Meliodas.
I wish that they had really played up or leaned. The thing is, Naruto's a much more complex character when viewed as a whole, and
Mhm.
Meliodas does have that kind of interesting dichotomy between like goofy, carefree guy and angry harbinger of death. The problem is, it never feels like those Meliodases exist at the same time. It feels like he just
Mhm.
turns into one. Or
Oh
the other.
yeah, now that you mention it, it kind of does feel like that.
Yeah, that's
It would
an
be interesting if
Yeah,
it was,
I totally
he
agree with you,
struggled
Squid.
with
Yeah,
it.
I agree with you on that part. Now I kind of want to change my vote to Naruto.
Like, it feels like he has different
like
personalities,
split, split personalities, right?
yeah,
just
like
feels
he's
like
a different
we're-
person each
We're
time.
getting
Whereas in
one
Naruto,
Meliodas swap
even when
for another.
Naruto's serious,
Hold on,
he's
Poco.
still that silly, goofy guy. Oh, sorry, my
What are
bad.
you saying, Squid?
It really feels like instead of seeing Meliodas change and struggle, we're just seeing one of them like runs off stage and another one replaces him. Whereas with Naruto, we can see him, like, for example, in the pain fight, go berserk, start destroying everything. He feels sorrow, regret. He starts trying to use Taku no Jutsu, all in like one scene. That never happens with Meliodas, and that's really sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Gosh
that's fair.
dang it! You got me with that pain fight.
Yeah, you kind of did me too.
Memories.
I'm changing my vote. I'm changing my vote.
Naruto already wins. Don't worry.
Oh
So,
yeah, RTL.
next
Wait,
matchup, we got.
1 second, RTL.
What's up?
I was rewatching the pain fight, and now I agree that Naruto versus Pain beat
Oh,
Yakuza
I got
versus
no
Ichigo.
vote.
Yeah.
I was rewatching that, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, Naruto versus Pain is great, bro. All
Wait a
right.
minute, have you-
So, next matchup, we got Senku from Dr. Stone and Shinra from Fire Force. I am definitely, hands down, no questions, going for Senku.
I'm gonna go for
Yeah.
Senku too.
Even though Senku
Oh,
is
wow.
really dumb and
I think I'm
stupid
going
and
with
annoying,
Senku.
he's so much better than Shinra.
He's the
Shinra's
opposite of
worst.
stupid for us.
He is the opposite stupid, and like he doesn't even want a harem.
I feel like his character is poorly written for a little bit, but
Wait, whoa,
I'm
who's poorly
Fire
written?
Force.
Who's poorly?
Senku.
How?
I don't know. I just don't like how his character plays out most of the time, like how
Wow.
it is. But I like his smartness and how he is through the series. It's just some parts I feel like aren't written as good as people describe them. Like when I went on that whole long, what was it called? When I binge watched Dr. Stone right after the Smart Tournament to see if I truly agreed with winning, because I hadn't really seen Dr. Stone. They described that ramen scene as something spectacular that Dr. Stone, Senku came up with and spent time delivering, and how he was so grinning when he did, and it was truly
he made
disappointing.
ramen out of nothing.
I know, but it was disappointing to me for some reason. Just maybe it's because of how well Johnny Boy described it.
My
was just
biggest problem
disappointing.
with Senku is that out of all of the worlds and settings for an idealistic coward to exist in, a Stone Age world's probably the worst one. He needs to toughen up. And what's the antagonist name? The wrestler guy? The nudist?
Tsukasa?
Tsukasa.
Yeah, he needs to... Senku just needs to whip up like a vial of fluoroantimonic acid and just go throw it at him
Molotovs
and
or
end
something.
it.
Isn't he trying to
Senku
make
is
like
not a
guns?
murderer, bro. He's not trying to
He
murder.
needs to be.
Nah, it's not like that. It's not like
Didn't Senku try to make
I feel like
guns?
Senku's poorly written and well written. I feel like it's.
I
a
don't
mix of
think
both.
anything about
anything
Senku's
is
character is
cartoon.
poorly written at all. Like, I've not seen it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
They-
Anyway, I vote
Every-
Senku.
Yeah, Senku all the way for sure.
Yeah,
Can I talk
think
about Shinra?
Senku, yeah, Senku.
It's
I
not-
recently just rewatched Fire Force, and I gotta say, Shinra was so much worse the second time, like 100 times worse the second
Oh,
time around.
I
Wait,
don't
it's
really,
like-
from what the episodes I've seen, I'm not a big, he's kind of bland. And I like
Yeah, it's
Alright.
kind of generic.
Shinra's not even the fifth
Still
best
better than
character.
Kirito.
We all know that Maki's the best character in Fire Force.
I like Maki and I like Arthur.
Or
as well.
Arthur.
Yeah, like
You
I like
can
Arthur.
sum up
Conroe
Shinra basically
personally,
as
but
just like tragic backstory, looking for family, and then add in there always failing at it, and then boom, that's his whole character. Right
Well,
there.
you said
I mean,
me.
I'm fully caught up on Fire Force as of anime for some reason. So like, the thing I don't like about Fire Force is there's some serious moments and they completely ruin it in the middle with fan service. But
Yeah,
Shinra and
oh,
his serious
yeah.
moments, such as his fight with none of y'all are caught up, are you?
Yeah, I am. How dare you? What?
I'm not.
Squid said he watched
I
it
know.
the second time.
I know I spoiled
seen
some
it
parts
multiple
of Bleach,
times.
but please don't spoil me.
We're talking about Fire
The,
Force.
the,
I know
The
I
last
said I know I
fight-
spoiled a bit of Bleach, but please don't spoil me.
well, the last
Fire
fight
Force.
Spoil
that
anything
happened
specific,
was very. I'm not
in
gonna
a
say with
fight,
who.
He,
But the last
is
fight
willing to
was it.
sacrifice people. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
and
last
it was
fight he
it
was
was
in
just a
like,
great fight. Really? You didn't like
it ruined. It was a good fight, but it ruined him as a character. He was just willing. All his new friends, he was like, "Yeah, I'll just let you die for this random person that, for all I know, is not who they say."
See, yeah, I get that. I feel like that's something Shinra would do too. Like, he just doesn't seem like he doesn't seem like a great
The bigger
character.
picture.
Yeah, like, it just...
I
don't
would
know.
describe him as just all.
I wish
of
I
the
could say
worst
who the fight
shonen
was with,
tropes
but
I
It's
feel like
rolled
I feel like
together.
Shinra. I feel like
Isn't
Shinra.
his
yeah,
only goal
yeah.
like to be a hero or something like that?
Yeah, That's what he's always said. He's sort of like Asta. He's actually basically like if you took Asta and like or off and just took a few
I was gonna say, he's
chromosomes
an
and
Asta.
added them.
Wait,
in.
I kind of feel like if you put Deku and Natsu together, you kind of get oh shit, I forgot his name.
Is Shinra like a
Shinra.
prodigy? Because he keeps on winning fights.
No,
I feel like
no.
he should not be winning.
He He
Um,
genuinely, out of his whole generation, is one of the weakest. It turns out he's horrible
How does he keep on winning these fights then?
Because he
gets,
has like a hidden ability that he's like he hasn't really learned about it yet, but that's kind of the reason he's being hunted for.
The hidden
But
ability
it ha-
is BS.
It really
Yeah,
is because
this
it's
is
not
way
something.
No. His
It's not
hidden ability
something
is
he
the
works
plot
for.
armor.
It's-
It's the plot armor.
It's called
It's
like
just a
Anyway,
don't know
I
what
vote for
it's called.
Senku.
Yeah, I vote for Senku.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's pretty
Yeah,
one-sided.
Senku's got to sweep this one.
Yeah.
I'll vote for Shinra just to make sure it's not a
Wait,
sweep.
what is everyone picking?
And we're all picking Senku. What do you
Alright.
think, Jet?
Don't tell
Man,
Jet.
I'm picking Shinra.
Don't tell
I'm
Jet
picking
anything.
Shinra. I'm picking Shinra.
Oh
I never
yeah.
said I was picking
Ain't
Senku.
nobody getting no sweeps on my watch.
Alright, Senku wins 4-2. That's fine.
This is the fight I'm excited for.
Alright, the
This one
last
right here.
matchup of the first round. We got
I'm just waiting for Asta to be taken out.
Natsu from
Damn.
Fairy Tail and Sawada Tsunayoshi from Katakeo Hitman Reborn. I'm going Suna.
Suna.
Easy,
If
no
Suna doesn't
question.
win, I am done.
Easy, no question.
You know what? I haven't seen the second show, and I want to support my boy Johnny Boy, so I might have to go Natsu.
Alright, we got 2 for Suna, 1 for Natsu. Anybody
Just kidding. I'm not
I-
going for Natsu. I'm going to be like a bully to Johnny Boy and go the other one.
Alright, we got 3
That's my
votes
boy.
for Suna, no votes for Natsu.
No votes? No,
no
votes?
votes.
No, I didn't watch Hitman Reborn. I'm being honest. Like I watched some episodes. I just
Oh, my.
couldn't get into it.
How? How?
Like the first 19 aren't good. I'll give you
They
that.
are
But
not
after
good. You just
I
gotta-
don't know,
What's
it just lost-
Hitman
it just
Reborn?
lost
one of
me,
the
I don't know.
best shows you will watch. I'm telling
one
you.
of the best shonen. I really like Hitman Reborn. I like it more than Bleach.
Top 5,
Seriously?
definitely.
Yes. I
Yes.
like it more than Bleach.
RTL.
Best
Yeah,
supporting
what's up?
cast. In
I have to
shonen.
tell you something. You know that button next to go live that you've already clicked? Can you click that for
Are you
me?
stealing my joke?
Yep.
Wait.
He is stealing your joke.
I am
Howard's
stealing
joke.
a joke.
That's
See,
Jet
I didn't
Mind
notice it the
thing.
first time. I was like, wait a minute.
I-
And then I
Oh,
was like,
I
yeah,
get
yeah,
it.
you
I'm
can't
saying
steal my
it.
joke, bro.
Okay,
Nah,
RTL, you
Hitman
see,
Reborn is
fine, you
better
see
than
that
Bleach.
deafen button, the headphones, click that.
Never.
We'll be okay
See
for the
that
rest of the
if
time.
you hover over Poxel's name and you see the kick from server permanently forever button, like that.
Oh, I'm
maybe?
down.
Bruh.
Joke
Kick
thief.
for server. It's a vote. It seems like you're outvoted, Poxel.
I just
Well, no,
wanna,
I
I
didn't
just
vote
wanna
for
say, hold
No,
What
up.
do you
Um,
mean?
no, we're
wait,
talking about
wait.
kicking you.
Oh,
I just wanna say,
okay.
Well, that's
Guys,
all turn.
um,
You
if you're
all are
wondering why
approaching
we
me.
love Hitman Reborn so much, make sure to check out RTL Fate's new video on the Von Gola family from Hitman Reborn. You're
You
welcome.
know it, bro.
It's okay.
You know
I'm
Wait,
it.
happy
is-
now. I feel like Dio because I feel like all of you guys are approaching me. So
By the way, is Suna going for a sweep?
I wish.
I hope so.
It's 3-0
Man,
right
look.
now.
Man, looks like it's
Wait,
2-1. So I'm
Why
going not
you
to.
said like first
Oh,
night?
Jet.
Like-
L.
I'm gonna.
One
I
That's
play
like
wrong.
Jet.
reward.
That's
Jet
wrong.
has-
Yo,
Jet
Michael,
has
do you
cool
remember-
jokes, so I'm gonna go for Natsu too because Jet has cool jokes. I
Oh
like
my
this too.
goodness, now it's
RTL,
2-2.
do you remember that one
I-
tournament?
I kinda wanna go
think
with
it was the
Natsu
most
too,
badass
but,
character when Kenpachi almost won.
Ali,
Like,
please.
Yeah.
he almost
The
swept every
unfair
character.
part
Wait,
is
hold
that
up,
because
hold
he
up,
was
Allie,
voting
hold
against
up,
him.
hold up. Go ahead.
I forgot which tournament it was, but like there was one character, like one fight that was like getting like nothing but sweeps, but I was the only one voting against him, and you guys were getting like kind of sick at me.
Which one?
That's what
Oh,
I
he's
looked
talking about
for.
the most badass tournament?
Yeah, I think it was Kenpachi. You guys kept voting Kenpachi, and it'd be like 4-1 just because of me.
Yeah, these guys deserve sweeps, and Suna deserves to win this matchup. We got 2-2.
In a sweep,
Allie,
I like
you
seeing the
haven't
world
watched
burn.
it.
No pun intended.
Squid.
which is bull.
Have you
I'm
watched
sorry.
Hitman
I
Reborn,
just
right,
it just
Squid?
lost me. Okay,
I've
it was
seen both
like
of
the
these. I've
generic
seen
character
everything.
thing. It hit,
Wait.
then he got hit in the balls, and I'd be like, you know, let's do this.
No, Allie,
Can
you
I
haven't
call
watched...
Cash for an extra vote?
No.
Wait, are you guys saying Hitman Reborn or Hitman Reborn?
You wish. It's better than...
That was
You
completely
wish.
wrong.
Squid, who you vote for?
Yeah, Suna. There's no... And Natsu is like if someone took Asta and put his brain in the microwave for 30 seconds and then put it back. But I
Thank
mean that
God.
in the nicest
I
possible
mean,
way, Fairy Tail.
Squid, I genuinely agree with you. I just want to go against Order and join Johnny Boy's fan club because he's DM next Taku, and that's cool.
Okay.
I'm just messing with you guys.
All
I don't
right.
think Natsu's a better character. I just want to be a bull crapper.
All right, Ali. It's 3-2 Suna's favor. Let's just end it. Vote for Suna. Let's move on with our day.
Yeah, that's
Bruh. Go with Natsu and ruin the day.
Hey man, I ain't gonna be that guy. I didn't watch it, so I can't really say.
Well, here's the thing. You can just count Jet for Suna anyway.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
If you do, I will stab you.
That's fine.
Find the IP number.
See, Suna is a better character in every sense of the word. Better fire user.
Jet already
Yeah.
has
better
Squid's IP
everything
number.
about Natsu
He has
is
cooler
so-
fire abilities, so like.
He is much
Jet-
more badass.
He
Like
has a
it's-
friend who looks like a baby.
All right. So that's kind of debatable.
weird
I
outfit
will
to
agree.
Whoa,
Will agree
what's
Suna
kinda
wins this
debatable?
match.
I want to hear what's debatable.
That Suna's the better fire character, but I don't know. I haven't seen Hitman.
That is
Oh.
not
Alright, let's go ahead and move
debatable.
on. Suna wins. We'll
I'm
Suna
changing my vote to
later.
Suna because I don't want to look like an idiot voting for Natsu.
Yeah,
Too
mine
late.
is same.
All right, if you learned anything from this, is to watch Kata KO Hitman Reborn. Everybody.
I
Make sure, make sure
I
you don't
imagined it. I get
make
hooked.
sure you don't eat
like,
before because you will fall asleep there.
Okay,
But
boys,
yeah,
it's
let's go
time to
with
get
Oh,
Asta out of
folks.
here. Let's get
Right.
Asta out of here,
All
boys
right,
and
don't
gals.
listen to Pokesol. Next matchup of
How
the
did Asta
second
win that
round.
last round, bro?
Usta,
Asta
Usta.
from Black Clover, and Gone Boring from Hunter x Hunter. Now,
Oh,
this
Whoa,
is why
I feel like RTL is one-sided.
This is why
RTL, you're supposed to
everybody
be
here
neutral.
should vote for Asta. He's better. Gon is boring. He has one good character moment in the entire series. Selfish, annoying.
Asta has zero
Uh,
good character
One
moments inside the
are
entire
you
series.
kidding me?
He has
Wait,
one good.
Asta
moment.
has zero.
Are you?
Asta has
All right,
zero.
what's
Are
your
you
one
kidding me?
moment?
you're
Asta
Asta
three
is
episodes
Usta.
in.
Asta should be
You're
renamed
3
to
episodes
Usta.
in.
Get out of here, Pokesol. You just trolling.
Wait,
Usta.
guys, can you guys explain the scene where Gon turns into a man?
Yes.
Well, I think he already was a man.
That's the only good moment of Gon's career.
That's not even his best moment.
That is
I-
his best
Someone
and
actually
only good
explain to
moment.
me that moment.
I mean,
how he,
Okay, I
why
will
is
explain
his
it to you if
physical
you
appearance
want.
changed to a man?
Squid's a genius.
That's the
Listen to
issue.
Squid.
It's actually super simple. He's
Gon is such a
big-
weird character
big
that
man.
he's not even
He
worth
basically
talking about
uses
right now.
all of the power he'll ever have in one moment to force himself to aid. And so he shoots like 10 to 15 years in the future and just turns into what he would have been in the future.
Yeah, that's basically.
And
what
then
it
it uses up like all
Wait,
his
that
nen,
is
all his
why
life
his
energy.
physical appearance changes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was one of those, like, just look cool Super Saiyan thing.
No. He sacrificed all his Nen potential and turned it into power at that very moment.
to fight one.
How does that age him?
Because
It didn't actually age him. It just transformed him into what he would have been.
It just made his body
equivalent.
capable of being able to withstand that. power.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Alright, yeah, that's a good way to
But
Why
yeah,
his hair was infinitely long, I honestly don't know.
yeah, I couldn't say.
Hair, though,
I don't
yeah.
know why that was a thing, but it was. So
Because hair equals power.
How does his
is-
hair stand up?
Then
Yeah,
Yeah,
his
a lot
hair-
of hair in
I
anime
feel like
has
his
to stand
hair
up.
was like infinite. Did it go outside the globe? Like I
it
didn't
always
see it.
goes outside the frame. Every frame it's in.
I mean, if it's outside the frame, then, like, who knows how long it
No, hey, I remember in the manga it showed like Gon like in his adult form, but like his hair was like making up for like some of the outsides of the panel, and I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, his hair like breaks reality, I think. It's really weird.
Well,
His hair is omnipotent.
we're gonna RTL.
How's he-
Aren't we gonna
how's
be
he
able to
watch
talk about
that?
Gon next round?
No,
Because
no,
obviously it's
because
gonna win.
Gon is gonna lose this round, so we're not gonna be talking about him next round.
Here's the thing. The fact that you said that that's Gon's best moment
It is.
you are what's wrong with you?
What's
It
Gon's
is
other
his best
moment?
moment. Now,
RTL,
his-
what's your IQ level? Is it your age?
What is his best moment? What is his best moment?
His best moment by far is when he gets
Is when he's in
captured
the
by the
hospital
Phantom
and he's
Troop.
not the main character.
When he like arm wrestled them? Is that what we're talking
No,
about?
that's when he arm wrestles that glasses girl's funny. But when he's arguing with these adults as like a 10-year-old,
This dude is so stubborn.
amazing.
He was in a death. Like Kilo was like, "What are you saying? Shut
It's
up!"
just because he's
And
an
Gon just kept on
idiot.
talking.
Kilo is a coward.
Oh my
No,
god.
it's just because
That's how
Gon
he's
is an
breaking- that's how he's
idiot.
supposed to-
Gon is an idiot. Like
At
he
least-
doesn't shut. He's so idealistic. It's
At least
annoying.
Gon... Okay, so would you say Gon is annoying?
Yes.
See, that's a great
At
example
least-
of what I said earlier.
At least Gon's annoyance is at least fun to watch, whereas Asta's just...
You literally watched the first 3 episodes. He's not like that for the rest of the
So
I don't
wait,
believe
when
you.
does Black Clover get good? Because I'm like, I got 100 and something episodes in, and it still was just as bad, if not worse.
What?
All right.
Are
Wow,
you,
dude, that was
Hey,
some
no,
deep
bro,
hate
hey, hold
there,
on.
man.
Wrong.
What I need you to do first?
You're
What I need you to do first is take that cap off your head.
take a huge cap off your head, bro. That have you seen the Beto fight yet?
Wait,
Have I seen it?
Yes.
Luck, no,
Yeah,
hey, I'm
trash.
not gonna lie to y'all.
You
Luck
said the
and
Beto fight was
What?
trash. Oh my
wait,
god.
wait,
Whoa, that's a bit
Jet.
much here.
Jet, you're a prophet, right? Who do you think
Yes.
is gonna win with your prophetic powers?
From the looks of it, I feel like Gon's gonna win.
Let's go!
But no, look,
Let's go.
personally, I like Austin more.
Vote for Austin.
Oh, Jet is
Vote for
disgusting now.
I just like whenever I like listen to Gon, I'm like, what the fuck are you like? Stop!
That's
You're-
exactly
You're
what I'm
digging yourself in
saying.
a no.
That's
do
the
it.
word
That's
for
how I
my
feel when I
reaction
hear
to Asta.
Asta.
You literally
No,
watched
listen,
3 episodes.
look,
Squid,
listen,
Squid, did we literally just say the same thing?
I think we
I feel
did.
no. I feel like all right. Listen,
that
I
makes
feel like
me
if you were like kids with Gon would be like, yeah, let's get in the white van. You're like, what the fuck? There's no candy. Go to the store and buy me some goddamn candy right now. I'll stay in the van with you. I'm like, wait, no, let's go.
And Asta's
Or
like,
open,
oh,
like,
I want to learn
I'm not
magic.
going out. No, Gon's like, no,
Asta's
I'm
like,
not
oh,
leaving
I'll
this
just
van until
spend
I have
6
my
years
candy.
to learn to make candy on my own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll work out, become a Chad lad,
And
then
it'll
become a
still
beast.
never be as good as candy he could have just gotten from the store.
Yeah, but
But
And-
he's a beast now, so that's all that matters.
making your own stuff is better than buying it.
Okay,
Asta is
I
definitely
still
a better
vote for
Shonen
Gon.
protagonist.
No, you're wrong.
It
RTL, get a brain cell.
Asta.
Get a brain
How do
cell.
you like? I don't even see the appeal. Like you gotta explain to
RTL,
yourself.
RTL's brain cells is the amount of his age. Roasted.
Explain how Gon is a good shonen protagonist. I want to hear an explanation.
I
Asta's
found
the
something
bad one.
interesting about him, but
I
don't think
honestly
he's
feel
better
like
than
Gon
Asta.
is interesting because he's so different than like the average.
No, just because he's different doesn't make
protagonist.
him a good protagonist.
No,
You
I
gotta
mean like he's
explain.
different than what you expect. He has a lot of negative qualities that most people tend to dislike, like stubbornness, for example. or-
do dislike.
Here's the thing.
And when it
It's not
comes with
even negative. He's
Asta,
a kid.
Asta's
He's
just
like a
trash.
kid.
Yeah, he acts like an actual kid, unlike other characters.
he is
that
a
are
kid.
protagonists.
I know.
Exactly.
You
Does
know
Naruto
something-
act like a kid? No.
Yes,
Does
And-
yes, he does.
and
And then he
Naruto
develops
does,
into
it's
a good
weird.
character.
does.
Naruto
A little
actually
bit,
learns
but
from his experiences. Gon
a lot-
stays stubborn the entire series.
Aren't kids like supposed to be stubborn?
Yeah,
But
kids aren't.
when you go
Kids are
through
supposed to be
assholes.
stubborn.
When you
Kids are
go
supposed to be
through-
But
annoying.
kids are also supposed to be
I
loud.
think
when you go through
And, like, if you
serious
complain about
serious
that.
situations, you develop no matter what age you are. That's what Naruto
I'd
did.
agree.
That is what Naruto did. Gon did
But
not
I
do
feel
that.
like
He's
Gon
the
is an
same
example
person.
of what real children are like.
That no real
Asta
children would
is
be as
closer.
stubborn as Gon.
No. He is not like a real child. What? Real children suck.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like Gon.
No. All right, Pokesol. You're
Aren't both of them,
ruining
like,
our
12?
argument here.
I'm sorry.
Literally,
forgive
you
me,
said Gon is a good character because he's different and has negative qualities. That
didn't
is
say
what
it
you
was
said.
Pokesol.
He is not a great character.
No, what I mean is I just prefer Gon
No,
personally.
Gon is good because he has all of the same qualities of people like Asta. He has willpower. He's very idealistic. He wants to do the right thing. But unlike people like Trasta, he's willing to
No,
actually
Gon only
feel
cares
about
about
it.
himself. He doesn't really want to do the right thing. He wants to do the right thing for himself. And
Okay,
that's
let's
all.
just
Exactly,
vote.
exactly.
That
The
is
one thing with Gon,
100% not true.
Let's
That
just
is
vote,
100%
guys.
true.
Let's
The
just
one-
vote.
the one thing
he
with
kills
Gon-
himself because he thought it would help his friend.
That's what I'm saying. He will do good.
No,
only
he didn't
for
do
him
that.
and
He
his
did
friends.
that because he wanted to get revenge.
Can
we
he
just
was gonna
vote?
die. He went knowing that Pito would kill him, and he went for. And then it turned out Kite was dead and amped him.
Gon.
No, he
thought
said,
everything
Kite
Kite
was
Gon
said, all right,
does
I'm
is,
gonna kill you now.
is for selfish reasons. Like that is.
Well, I
literally
want
what
to
Gon.
remember what Ali said in like the first round with Gon. How Gon was selfish. He as long as he doesn't care what someone's past is, as long as it will benefit himself, he'll think of you as a great person. Like in the Greed Island, that one like murderer who tried to sneak up on them. He thought he became friends with that murderer no matter how much bad things he did because he helped Gon and Killua train. He saw him as a good person, even though he was really
Well,
terrible.
No, he didn't see him as a good person right away. They turned him into a good person. Do you not remember by the end of that training session, the killer gave up his weapons and renounced himself and said he was going to turn himself in?
I do not remember that personally.
That's how it ended. It wasn't like he was a serial killer and then came out still the same guy.
All I know
Here's
is
the thing.
Gon
You
is
call Gon selfish, right?
yes.
But it's literally the opposite of selfishness. He wanted to kill Pito. That's all he wanted to do.
No,
And
what I'm saying is he's selfish only for himself and the people close to him. Other than that, he doesn't really care about anything else that happens.
AKA how a real person would act. They would prioritize
Exactly.
themselves and their friend.
You see, that was what I was
but he
trying
has
to say,
no
but
clear,
I just saying
his
it
morals
terribly.
are selfish. Like he doesn't care about right or wrong. Like if
But
it's a
who's
situation like
aren't? Whose aren't, in a sense?
all these
Like,
shonen protagonists on this bracket besides Gon.
Also, wait,
They
what
will
I
not
said
do
as a
something
negative about Gon earlier literally asked
And
him to do
he's
the
been-
exact same thing a bunch of times.
What?
Yeah.
Like Asa did literally everything Asa did.
The girl who had the salamander power, I don't know her name because she sucked. When she was still an enemy, he was going out of his way to try and change and protect her.
Yeah, he was trying to change her for the good because he knows about her dark past.
That's exactly what
That's
God
exactly
did.
what God did in the same scene he was describing.
But I wasn't talking about that scene. That was light.
I'm
Light was
voting for
talking about that
Gon
scene.
all the way, 100%, no
I
question.
voted for Asta 100%. Literally, Asta actually cares about other people that's not his friends, and Gon is a selfish character and he's very annoying.
Asta is selfish, kind of.
What? How is he selfish?
In the 3 episodes I saw,
Oh
he
my
was
goodness!
like,
All right, no, we're done.
He
We're
literally
done.
forced his friends.
Asta forced his friends to do what?
I vote for Gon.
All right,
Same.
Allie, who you vote for?
After all that stuff I've gone, I'm kind of like iffy now.
After
Then
all
vote
that
for
stuff
Asta.
gone? See, that means you should vote for Gon because you just said Gon.
All right,
Wait,
Allie,
no.
Allie, I'll let you contemplate it. Jet, who you vote for?
I'm going with Austin.
I'm voting for Asta. Light, who you vote for?
Asta.
All right, so Allie, just finish it. Vote for Asta.
think
Let's
I'm
move on.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna vote Asta.
Get out of here, Gold. You suck. All right,
I can't believe a bad character.
get
You're
out of
second
here.
I
You're
can't
3
believe
episodes
he even
in.
made it past the first round, bro.
Get out of here.
Excuse me.
Deku's garbage.
Deku's even better than Asta, and Deku's a trash character.
Oh shit!
now
hold
we're
on,
better
hold
than
on,
Oh,
hold on,
now
hold
we
on.
now we
Wrong.
Called Deku
Next-
Should I
trash.
start a fight?
Next matchup, we got Red versus Ichigo. And the
Ichigo.
only reason why I'll vote for Ichigo is because, like, I don't want to keep on talking about Red and the manga stuff, so I'm going to vote for Ichigo.
Dude, manga
I'm gonna
stuff
vote for
doesn't
Ichigo,
count.
dude.
Anime only.
But Ash sucks. Like, I don't want to
Exactly.
Ash fucking sucks.
Yeah,
okay?
so why didn't Yami win, RTL? Fight me.
Because I like Red.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Red's
wait,
the
you
qualified
like
in my
something.
Hold on,
I
wait,
said
you
there
guys-
was an exception for that matchup, so we talked about manga stuff with Yami Yugi.
Hold
No,
on, you guys,
Pokesal talked about manga stuff because he's crazy.
What manga stuff did I talk
hold on,
about?
you guys.
I
do
never
know
talked
Red
about
and
manga
Ash
with
like the same
Yami
person,
Yugi.
right?
That was
Yes,
an actual
you did.
anime.
Jet, they're
The
they're
evil
not the
Twin,
same
that was
person.
there was an anime that was
No, I
based
said
on the
they're
original
not. Ash and
manga.
Red are not. The
It's
same
just not
person.
Oh, yeah,
popular.
yeah, I know that. So if you haven't read the Red manga, we have to talk about Ash. and that's why I'm just gonna vote for Ichigo and just not worry about it.
Okay, I vote for Ichigo too.
Ichigo.
All right, Ichigo actually made it to
Okay,
the
I
semifinals.
swear,
I'm
Asta
going for
beats
red.
Ichigo.
Big
All
three.
right, next matchup we got Gentoki versus Naruto.
Gentoki.
Gentoki.
We got 2 for Gentoki.
I'm going with Gintoki too, because Naruto relies too much on power friendship.
We got 3 for Gentoki.
And not even his own power, just like the Nine Tails.
Naruto, actually, I feel like Naruto develops much more. I feel like the hate on Naruto is really kind of unjustified
No,
concerning his character development.
I enjoyed Kid Naruto a lot more, I have to say, but
but
I still think
I
Jet-
feel like
Gentoki-
Gentoki is such a better character.
Yeah.
A lot of
Jet and
ways.
Squid, who you guys vote for?
If I'm being real with you, Chief. Who has the most votes?
Don't
Gentoki
tell.
has 3. Gentoki has 3.
Naruto does.
Gentoki has 3 votes, and Naruto has 0.
It's time to Shadow Clone Jutsu Naruto to 3 votes, because I'm counting as 1.
All right, so we got Naruto and Squid. Who do you vote for?
I feel like I should stop doing that. I feel like I'm being toxic at this point.
No, you're fine, bro.
It's okay, you're a prophet.
Aha, say less.
Oh wait, but your prophecy lied to us.
No, I'm
Also
only a
what?
prophet when I count.
You're a false prophet.
False prophet.
Exposed.
All right, Squid.
Hashtag cancel Jet.
Squid, who do you vote for?
Gintoki.
All right,
I like
Gentoki.
Naruto.
I love
as a
how you said
character,
such
but-
like a shameful voice.
I like
Yeah.
Naruto as a character too, and I feel like it's sometimes his character's slandered for the wrong reasons. But
I agree with you, RTL.
Yeah,
I
I
don't think
I have to
Naruto
look at
deserves
these
the
two
hate.
completely isolated from their. I can't consider any context. Just them. They're who they are, and I think Gintoki's a better character.
yeah,
Not by a lot, but I do.
Oh,
think
wait,
he's a better
guys,
Yeah,
do
I
you
would
think?
agree.
Like, I'm not a huge fan of Naruto series, and everybody knows that. But Naruto as a character, I am a slight fan of. I do like Naruto's character as a whole. Personally, I feel like that he's a fantastic character.
Yeah,
Wait, guys, you guys remember Pain vs Naruto, right?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think, everyone knows it. Right? Do you think Pain would have technically won if he didn't fight in the entire Leaf Village? I mean, like,
You said
I think
if
Pain would have won.
Naruto didn't show up, would Pain have won?
No, as in like if Pain didn't spend all his time in like the Leaf Village fighting literally everyone, like would he have
Maybe.
beaten And like
I
I think
think-
Pain would have won
Wait.
if Nine Tails never came out, but I don't know
No.
about the Leaf Village.
No,
The
because
thing
no
is-
matter what, Naruto would use this.
Wait, hold.
Bullshit, because he's the main character.
Nah, Naruto literally makes good points when he talks to Josu's people, though. Like, he legit makes good points.
he does, but like just the change of it.
I just
No,
felt the
Naruto has a
Neji
special
Takano
move
Jutsu
called main
anticlimactic.
Naruto has a special move called main character, so he would win no matter what.
No,
Nah,
he
I-
phrased as talking about.
That's a joke, okay?
Nah.
Accept the joke.
But,
With-
Gentoki has won, so let's move on to our last matchup of the
Yes.
quarterfinals. We got Senku versus Suna.
I'm
Suna.
gonna vote Senku.
Yeah, soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Suna.
We got
Oh,
2
shit.
for Suna. We got 1 for Senku, Jet, Ali.
I
We
said
got an
Senku.
argument here actually.
We got 2 for Senku, 2 for Suna. I love both. I really do love both of these characters. Senku is one of my favorite characters, and so is Suna. He's a great protagonist. I might have to vote for Suna here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love what Senku's done, but Suna's development, even in the anime, and like,
I wish I knew what you
He's
were
the
talking about.
he has some of the most badass moments. At the very time, he has some of the most annoying moments, and that dichotomy is just very interesting. So, I'm voting for Suna. You got 3-2.
Let's go.
Ali.
Can I say like neutral? Because I
No.
didn't watch it.
No, actually,
Uh,
3-2. You want to say neutral? All right, we'll put Suna ahead. Suna has won.
How far
Let's
in do I have to go
go.
for it to get good? Like, for it to be boring? Cause
After the first,
Just
19
like 20
episodes.
episodes, I feel like.
20 episodes?
It's a
Nothing, dude.
long
You can
running
watch that
shonen.
in an hour.
Well, the 19th, to be fair, both of them are character introductions,
Yeah, it's all
so it's not
character-
really the...
Yeah, character
So if you
introductions
care
are
about
never really interesting in like shonen series, especially long running shonen.
Plus, he's kind of a lame-o when he first enters.
Yeah, at the beginning, he's
Yeah, I guess
kinda...
that's what drove me away, I guess.
Yeah, once you see his badass moment, you're hooked. You're like, holy crap.
Should I school, like, hit maybe one badass moments, then I might like it.
Bro, it hits more when you see his badass moment for the very first time.
While watching the show.
Yeah.
Don't just, like, look it up.
All right. So we got the semifinals. The 4 greatest Shonen protagonists.
What? You mean 3 great ones and 1 trash?
Oh, shit.
So we
3
got
episodes.
Asta versus Ichigo. And I love Ichigo. I really do. I love Bleach. But I voted for
But
Asta.
you don't have a brain
I
cell, so
voted
you're
for
voting for
Asta.
Asta.
Ichigo.
Vote Asta if you have 4 brain cells.
Ichigo is not really that complex of a character.
And Asta is?
Yes.
Hey, whoa, we're not talking about most complex.
No, we're talking about
Just
better
best.
Shonen protagonists. So
Yeah,
we gotta look
Yeah,
at
and
it.
you're
necessarily correlate 1-to-1 with
Yeah,
most
I'm not
complexity.
comparing to one. That's why I'm saying I like complexity when it comes to great characters. And Ichigo is
And
pretty
Asta's
straightforward.
apparently complex.
He's much more complex than Ichigo. His character
I greatly
itself
disagree.
is much more complex than Ichigo. You've watched 3 episodes. Of course you don't know. Folks.
Yeah, but Ichigo has like a bunch of different bloods in him. That's pretty complex.
That's not what I mean. But
I mean,
I mean, I have like a bunch of different bloods in me. I have like
I mean,
regular blood. I have,
spoiler alert,
like,
cover
flipping
your
blood.
ears.
You already know.
Cover your ears if
Oh,
you
yeah,
haven't read
bang,
the
bang.
1,000-year
we'll talk
arc.
about anime.
Oh, dang
Yeah,
it.
no.
Oh,
look, like,
we
Naruto
still know
is
that
manga.
okay,
Guys,
fine.
no-
We still know this much, that his dad is a Soul Reaper. We don't know, we believe his mother's a human based on anime. We believe so. That's still 2 different species having a,
Asta
you know.
is literally one of the few people in the world that everybody has magic and he has no magic.
Still, I mean,
Yeah,
Ichigo's
I
one of
mean,
the few
be
humans.
fair,
Yeah, Ichigo's one of the few
Ichigo-
humans with Soul
Yeah,
Reaper.
Also,
To be
Also-
fair, Ichigo also didn't have any powers.
Yeah, but he's in a world where most people are not
Yeah.
supposed to have powers.
Yeah, but
Not for
Ichigo doesn't have
long.
Keto. Ichigo doesn't have Keto. He's one of the few people that doesn't have
What
Keto.
does Keto have to do with...
Keto is like the equivalent of magic. Asta has
literally
Oh,
everybody's
that's-
magic.
every Soul Reaper can use Keto except Ichigo.
Do you see this type of comparison that this doesn't make any sense? Does everybody see that this doesn't make any
I
sense?
literally couldn't.
No,
care
no,
less
it
about
does
their
make
powers.
sense. In
It
Soul
goes
Reaper
so much
Society,
better.
Keto's used for everything. Like, it is low-key used for everything in Soul Reaper Society. Keto? All the time.
They're all in the keto diet.
Pokesol.
Yeah?
Let's think about it. If Ichigo gets knocked out, we'll finally have a bracket where there's not a big 3 member in the finals.
I don't care. I would much prefer a good character in the
What do you
finals.
mean not a big 3 member in the finals? Asta's in the big 3.
He's in the bitch 3.
He's
Hey,
in the
Jet.
big
Yeah,
three.
right.
Jet,
All right. I'll say,
I'm gonna
Don't say my name
cancel
in
you.
vain.
All
I'm
right.
gonna cancel you.
So
already
we
canceled.
got to make this a thorough debate where you're not slamming the other character. You got to talk about why this character is good. So make this kind of, proper talk about these main characters, Shonen
Name
protagonists.
one positive trait of Asta, I
I
dare.
can name a bunch. I really can. So,
Asta's cute.
Go RTL.
Ooh,
but
cute.
no, we'll start
Wow.
off with Ichigo since we haven't talked a lot in depthly about Ichigo. So
I've
who
been-
wants to talk about Ichigo?
Honestly, I'm worried I'm gonna slam him by accident like I did with Gon, and that ruined that. So,
All right.
Squid, have you seen Bleach?
Everybody here seen Bleach.
Yeah, no,
everybody
dude,
here?
I've never
Everyone's
even
seen
heard of
Bleach.
it. What's that? What's Bleach, dude?
How?
No,
Okay,
he's
fine.
trolling.
Ichigo,
R/G.
complicated. He actually, in the beginning of the anime, doesn't have much of a purpose. His only purpose is to help the souls out there. His family owns a doctor hospital. Is it a hospital or is it a doctor's office? I can't remember. I think it's a hospital, right?
It's a clinic. It's not like
Yeah,
his
it's a
dad
clinic.
doesn't really own a hospital.
Yeah, it's like a
It's like a
it's like a yeah, it's a clinic. So it's a clinic. So he's always wanted to help people his entire life. He helps everybody around him. His dad bullies him, so we got that on the list of.
Sounds like
I don't
Street.
think his dad bullies him. But
Excuse me, his dad knees him in the chest.
I don't
I
think
mean,
his dad
martial
bullies
arts
him.
anime,
together,
so
dude.
it's not like the worst.
His dad is just very playful with his kids. That's all.
He just comes back fine next
Playful.
episode.
Yes. He has
Okay,
two
anyway.
daughters and one son. He's just very playful with his son.
Totally. Okay.
At least he
Anyway.
has a dad.
That's true. Like, he actually has his father there.
Oh yeah, I guess.
That's
Let's look it through
relatable.
these parents. How many parents do we see? Midoriya doesn't have a dad.
Yeah, but
Yusuke-
Ichigo
Well,
doesn't have his
it's
mom.
not revealed
Yusuke has
yet.
a mom. He doesn't have a dad.
Everyone knows that if you're a cool
Dude,
guy,
Gon's
you only
dad
have
left
one
him.
parent.
Gon has an aunt. I guess that counts when you're looking for his father.
No,
Yami-
Yeah, and Asta has
No,
that
it's a
person
cousin.
at the church,
Oh,
the church
okay.
leader. That's his
Yami-
parent.
Yami,
That's not his
Yugi-
actual father. That's his fucking parents abandoned him.
I know, but at least he
Yeah,
has
parents.
somebody that's a father figure.
Well,
That's
yeah,
like
Asta wasn't born. He's not a human. He's like the Earth's diarrhea.
yeah.
Get out of here, bro. Sanjuro, all his family died. Luffy,
No clue.
he has his grandfather and kind of people taking care of him. He doesn't. His dad is alive and he doesn't know his mom.
Didn't he have a brother?
He has two brothers, but they're not
None is
related
dead.
to him. They're not related to him by blood. Meliodas' parents are fucked. Naruto parents
I don't
died.
think Meliodas has parents. I think he just
No,
has
he does.
cousins.
His dad tries to kill him.
We're
Yeah,
not
but
saying.
I don't
but,
think he has a mom though. I think his dad just sort of created him.
asexual.
Yeah, I think so too.
Wait,
Senku,
wait,
Dad's
character?
asexual.
Senku's doesn't have a mom, but his dad
Deadbeat dad.
died.
His dad's in freaking space.
Shinra,
Well,
I don't know. Oh, Shinra's entire family got killed. Never mind.
No, he had a
Yeah.
mom.
He had
His
a-
dad AWOL had a mom.
Natsu
had
was
mom.
dropped off at Fairy Tail,
Natsu
right?
does have a dad, but his
Natsu
dad
has
is
a dad who's a dragon.
He does. Suna has great parents. Suna's the only one with two great parents, bro. That's crazy.
Oh, Ichigo has two great parents.
No, his mom died.
But his mom
Dude,
died. That's
she
what
was
I'm
great
saying.
before she
You know what?
died.
You know-
But Suna
You know
doesn't have like
Guys-
both his parents are alive till the end of the series. That's what I'm
Guys,
saying.
guys. We should just make an entire video about like discussing anime parents because it's now
well,
seeing this.
there's not that
very
many.
complex.
Probably.
Suna's
It's not
the
that
only
many
one with
bad
two
or-
good parents, bro.
I mean, wait, to be fair-
Oh, anyway, can we
Hold
get
on,
back
wait,
to
be
building
fair,
up
Deku's dad
Ichigo?
is on a business trip.
No, I feel like it could still be a good topic.
Deku's dad's getting milk.
No, his dad. No, it's Horikoshi said that his dad is on a business trip. He's gonna
Long
A business trip.
I swear,
Ken's
if
three.
My Hero does something dumb with Deku's dad, I'm done. I'm just done.
his dad just travels a lot for work.
I
Okay,
just
fair
imagine him.
Normal dad doesn't make
He's
good
like, oh shit, I guess.
Okay, so Ichigo starts off. He gets Soul Reaper powers after his family's about to get killed. He which is actually pretty interesting. He takes Rukia's Soul Reaper's powers,
Like half of
and
it,
then
right?
he always wants to protect
Kind of.
other people, which is like a very selfless trait. He always wants to do good. He's a very
Okay,
hero
that's
type.
not necessarily.
You
Yeah.
should. That's every character.
Him one time that he's wanted to do something evil, like
He beats up other
are you-
people.
Yeah, wait, what?
he beats up other people
he
to
beats-
protect
No,
spirits.
the most
does
no
it
listen,
often.
listen. The most evil thing Ichigo has done was not clapping Rukia's cheeks.
Nah,
Oh.
Orihime is a better shit for.
We
Ichigo.
don't know.
Excuse
He
me,
did
no,
experiments.
RTL.
sorry.
I am so up.
Rukia
No,
wait,
and
manga
Renji.
spoilers.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm not
You're
talking about
spoiling
this.
the manga, RTL. Be
No,
quiet.
I'm
I
not
didn't
talking
even.
about
I didn't
just
even
shipping.
say
I'm just
anything. I
talking
said
about
Orihime is a
just
better shit.
Like a one night
That was
stand.
the dumbest ending.
Bro, Ichigo could have had at least one night stand with Rukia. I mean, she slept in his closet. I
Dude,
mean,
we don't know
no.
that he did.
Ichigo's a good man.
Wait,
bro.
doesn't he actually?
So,
doesn't he
Wade
actually
has a
have a
point.
It wouldn't be anything if Ichigo's got the closet.
All
Hey,
right.
Rukia, what you
Do we
doing?
have anything else
You
to
up?
say about Ichigo? Because I'm not hearing any,
Everything.
Like, good
Ichigo is an
points.
absolutely fantastic character.
You're just saying. You're
Take
not
him.
saying
Name
anything.
name
like,
one
He's a
thing
dis-
bad
yeah.
about him.
Everything
I'm not here to
says we need to
like
strike from the
discredit
record.
Ichigo's character. You said what?
We need to strike what Poxel said from the record. It's
What,
not
what
accurate.
do you mean? I'm being serious. Ichigo is a very
Yeah.
selfless person. He cares
Ichigo's
about others a lot, and especially his friends.
the
He will
reason
do
Ichigo's
anything to
cool.
protect people. He'll get
Ichigo's
rid of
cool things
everything.
about
Wait, hold on,
Save
Poxel.
the
Let's
human.
quit talk. Let's quit talk. Go ahead.
Ichigo's name literally means to protect. And that's why
Mhm.
he did martial arts when he was a kid to protect his sisters. And the reason he kept being a Soul Reaper is he saw, wow, look at all this now that I have to protect them from, so I got to keep being a Soul Reaper. He's
Yeah.
really smart on top of that. Asta, big dum-dum. And unlike what Poxel said, Ichigo actually does have quite a dark side where he has many times in the series gone out of his way to get back or get revenge on people. Like, for example, when he fought Yami, and because of Yami destroying someone's arms, Ichigo specifically went out of his way to cut off his arm and make him suffer.
Yeah, good point.
But I think Ichigo's almost like a weird prophesized I mean, they named him to protect.
He's kind of like a guardian. He's the guardian.
His mom died because of him. It was his fault, and it really messed him up. And he doesn't ever want to make that mistake again.
Yeah.
And to sort of build off what Pokesel said, he basically just wants to protect his family, but throughout the series, who he considers his family just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
For example, when Ohime got taken,
which happens quite often.
Okay, I mean the one when she got yes, since it happened 5 times in the same plane. I can't remember. What is it called? Starts with an H. Wako Mundo. Yeah, that not H. Wako Mundo. So Ohime gets taken. Head Captain Yamamoto says, "Oh, she switched sides most likely." But he knows Ohime's character. He knows his friends. He knows which these friends of his are like what Squid said. He views them as his family, and it builds off of when he lost his mother. He never wants to lose a member of his family again. So he goes out of his way to go to Wako Mundo to see this for himself, and he knows that she was captured. He knows for a fact she didn't betray them. He knows that for a fact because he's memorized his friends. He knows his friends' feelings. He knows how they act, and he trusts them with his own life. In my opinion, like Squid said, his name means to protect. He is one of the... he's kind of like a guardian angel, if you think of it. Guardian angel of his family and friends. And he never wants to lose somebody again in his life that means something to him. And it's truly fantastic. In certain parts, it's even made me tear up a bit.
All right. So, that's all cool and all, but everything you said, Asta does. So,
Asta doesn't do squat.
Everything you said, literally Asta does. So...
Asta only has negative quality.
All right. Anyway, so Ichigo's a great character. I love Ichigo. I'm not going to discredit his character, But the thing. I mean, like you said, he loves to protect his friends. He considers his family growing. Same with Asta. He grew up with no magic. Everybody was mean to him. Everybody was, ostracizing him. He lived in a poor family. He grew up in an orphanage. And nobody thought he was going to amount to anything. Everybody thought he was just going to be a nobody all his life. So he kept on working. He kept on working out every single day because he had no magic. He wasn't a prodigy like Yuno, who was his rival, growing up in the same orphanage. Yuno actually has a lot of respect for Asta because of Asta's, outgoing personality and how Asta constantly is trying to move forward. And his aim is to become the Wizard King. And it's not just because he could achieve the goal. Very similar to Naruto, he wants to change how the world is. That is a betterment for people like Asta. People who are ostracized, people who are looked down upon. That's what Asta wants to do. He wants to change the kingdom for the better for everybody, not just the powerful, not just the rich. That's what Asta wants to do with his character. So he takes it upon himself to grow, and he becomes stronger by working out, working hard every single day to achieve said goal. And he was able to come across powers just like Ichigo did. And he was able to come across an anti-magic sword, a sword that no one really could pick up properly because of how heavy it is. But Asta can pick it up properly because of how strong his body is, which he did himself. Now, with everything with protecting your family, friends, and all that, Asta does the same thing. He met the Black Bulls. They're all his family. They're all his friends. He protects them and all that. The reason
why does he do it, though?
Just
like you guys know the best way to make that
I hate about Asta is
has he lost anyone? I don't know. I haven't.
Has Asta lost? He grew up in a situation where he in an orphanage. So we haven't heard his backstory yet, but it's in the manga, so I'm not gonna talk about that. But there's certain situations where loss is very close, and his friends were in danger, so he had to protect them. And he actually changed a lot of his peers. They weren't his friends at first, but he changed a lot of their perspective because of Asta's perseverance and personality. He even changed some other characters' perspectives that are much more powerful than Asta just because of how Asta thinks and Asta's different type of background and how that's a lot different from the natural way you grow up in the Clover Kingdom. And overall, like, the only thing that really puts Asta above Ichigo, because like I said, a lot of the protection stuff is very the same, is Asta has a goal, and his goal is to change the Clover Kingdom for the betterment of people who have no magic, people who are poor, just like the people he grew up with at his hometown, Hodge Village. So that's why I'm voting for Asta. I love Ichigo, but that's what I'm talking about. Like, Ichigo is not as complex when it comes to Asta.
Here's the thing about Asta that I hate. Honestly, the biggest thing that I dislike is that everything he has right now, all the friendships he's made, all the adventures he's gone on, he didn't earn them at all. And you can't even argue that he did. You cannot argue that there was any merit in bringing the Black Bulls. If the captain of the Black Bulls wasn't just a dumb idiot, that was like, "Oh, I'm a idiot," he wouldn't have gotten
different. That's Yami. That's how Yami recruits everybody from the Black Bulls.
Asta being different by being completely useless is the problem. No one would want it.
You saw the Seki versus Asta fight. Wow, that was a huge blowout. Yami at that very moment saw something in Asta that other people didn't see. That's why he recruited Asta. He did the same thing for each member of the Black Bulls. That's why all of them are unique and different and seen as delinquents and seen as like people who should not be part of it. That's why the Black Bulls are seen as the worst squad.
You can
in the
say the same thing about Ichigo, you know, with the Soul Society decided to not kill him because they realized that he was the only one that could save them from Aizen.
I don't think they correlate, but
honestly, a huge difference between, I think one of the most striking differences between these two is Asta is the type who wants to work together with his friends to overcome something, like, for example, the Veto fight.
Yeah.
He wants to work together. Ichigo is the type of guy who will go out of his way to go alone so that he can bear the brunt of the suffering and keep everyone else safe whenever possible.
And he grows a little bit with the
I just respect that more, and so I got to vote for Ichigo.
Based on RTL. Based on what Squid said with he's the bro of the group, you see him grow a little bit as he actually sees how that affects Chad a bit, because Chad starts to think of his worth as being worthless because Ichigo always kills everything before he can do anything to help Ichigo.
Yeah, but I'll say, also grows with every fight too. But let's end it there. We'll start do our final votes. I definitely vote for Asta here. We got Pokesol and Squid voting for Ichigo. So we got Light, Jet, and Ali have not voted yet. So let's start off with Light. Who do you vote for?
I'm gonna vote for Asta.
We got 2 Asta, Ichigo. Let's go ahead. Jet, who you vote for?
I'm probably gonna go. I just started watching Bleach, really, so I'm gonna have to go Asta right now.
All right,
I'm gonna go Ichigo.
Now we got a 3-3 tie. All right.
How about we just go based on IQ?
They're both.
Let's whip out Math right now.
Ichigo is brilliant.
Ichigo is incredibly smart. He's one of the top-ranked students in his school.
Is he? I don't remember.
Yeah, you know what else he wins second. He wins second.
I don't remember.
The only one that beat him was
Okay, fine. He's smart. Okay, I don't remember that. It's okay. It's fine.
I forgot about that. That he hates fortune telling and anything paranormal.
Yeah, I did not expect Ali to vote for Ichigo. Ali, why don't you give a explanation why you voted for? At least Jet didn't finish Bleach, so I don't understand his reasoning. Why did you vote for Ichigo, Ali?
I think I think Ichigo, how he goes alone, I think he just doesn't want to drag other people with him. But I think Asta kind of relies on his Black Bulls members a bit too much. But I know he doesn't say come with me right now or save my ass, but I kind of feel like Ichigo is a better protector because he does solely on his own everything.
Does that make him a better protector?
Asta drives his friends to be better, though.
Ichigo's a way better protector.
For sure.
I think a lot of people get kidnapped, and also and he wants to be the brunt of the attacks, but the Black Bull members always hold him back, whereas Ichigo doesn't have anybody to hold him back. That's the only difference.
No, he has Chad and Ohime.
They are nothing. No, they cannot hold back Ichigo. That's not.
Ichigo would go out of his way to make even someone stronger than him stay behind so that he could go fight.
Yeah, Like, I can't remember what was it?
What? Who? What?
Like,
What?
who would he that's stronger than him?
I'm trying to
that
think of an
he can
example.
tell
Like
not
his
to fight?
dad, for example.
He did not know his
dad-
dad was like a Soul Reaper.
Yes, I'm talking about after his dad revealed that he was a Captain Shinigami.
But his dad
Ichigo
was
still
tired
wanted
from the
his-
training, so Ichigo was stronger
No,
than his
I'm
dad.
talking about before the training. Talking about even before the training, he didn't want his dad to fight. That's Ichigo's whole thing.
What are you
is
talking
that
about? I am completely
when Ichigo's dad was, because you don't remember, he came in and was fighting with Aizen, and Aizen's whole. You don't remember that?
I remember Ichigo's dad showing up to the fight, and Ichigo being there, and Ichigo didn't stop him from still fighting. Ichigo just still went up and fought.
Well, yeah, I mean, he can't. The only way Ichigo really could forcefully stop someone is by like killing them. He's not gonna do that.
I mean, so Ichigo
Asta-
just told him not to fight, and Ishin still did it anyway.
When they go to the forest, the Black Bulls are like, "Oh, we're gonna come with you, Asta," and he just is like, "Okay, cool,
He's the
sounds
newest
good."
member of the Black Bulls. Like, you guys expect a lot out of Asta, but Ichigo at the very least.
Well,
I do
Yeah,
expect a
he's the
lot
main
of him because he's
character.
in the semifinals.
Yeah, and he's a great character. He actually has a goal to change the entire world, where Ichigo loves to protect. I like Asta's goal to change his society more than
Yeah, but
Ichigo's
Asta
goal to
doesn't
protect.
really. He doesn't really have like anything that made him really want to do that too. Well, except I remember One Piece from the episodes I saw.
Well, yes, he does.
With the whole he wants peasants to have equal chance,
Yeah.
correct?
He wants
And I
everybody who
can
doesn't have
understand that
magic.
goal, but
No.
losing your mother, I feel like it's far greater. Being the whole reason why your mother dies. Imagine that stress, and he doesn't even realize that until later. And once he does realize that, he has the chance to revenge his mother. He kills Fisher, and then Grand Fisher. I'm sorry, and then he sees the entire Soul Society in trouble. And he has to live with knowing that Aizen did all this for a reason. That Aizen set up his entire life, he finds out. Can you imagine the strain on someone?
Also, you're very much oversimplifying it. You haven't watched like the Black Clover properly, so you don't understand how elitist and classist the Clover Kingdom is.
I don't understand how somebody can be voted for when the first 20 episodes that they're in, they're the most annoying piece of crap ever.
You watched 3 episodes, so you
No.
couldn't-
I asked somebody, how far is he an annoying bad character? And that person said up to episode 20-ish.
All right, so I disagree with that person. The first arc is bad, not bad, but he's annoying at the beginning. That's true, but it's a long running shonen, so obviously you have to get used to it, and he has to develop as a character more so later. Squid, at the very least, watch more of it, so he has his opinion for like Asa and everything, but you only watch 3 episodes, so like it's hard for you to get a proper judgment about.
I understand. And I've seen Bleach 5 times, so
yeah, it's very weighted on your side, but all right, so it's a 3-3 tie. Hopefully,
Oh, Ali, you want to know what software I was using? I was using Shotcut.
all right, so
Oh yeah, shot.
3-3
Wait,
Oh,
tie.
Tech too.
I think I know that.
For now, let's continue the tournament. For now, we'll
Lots of bad software. Shotcut.
we'll go back to it, and then we'll figure out the winner between Asa and Ichigo. So let's finish.
How are we gonna figure that out?
Let's finish the semifinals right here. We got Gintoki versus Suna.
Wait, so
Gintoki.
Suna.
We got 1 Gintoki, 1 Suna.
I'm about to go with that man Suna.
We got 2 Suna. Anybody else want to chime in?
This is kind of a hard one.
Yeah, I love both.
I'm about to stay out of this one because I don't watch it.
I gotta say, I think that what I was talking about earlier with Meliodas, I think Gintama actually does that really well. And I'm a sucker for that trope of the happy-go-lucky goofy guy who's hiding just like a huge amount of rage within him. And so I think because of that bias, I'm going to vote for Gintoki.
So we got 2-2. Honestly, I might have to go for Suna. Like, I love Gintoki, and I love what you said about him. But my thing is, he never everybody expects him to change. Like everybody, oh, you better become the mafia boss. Like he's just a normal middle school student at the end of the day. He doesn't
Middle
want to be.
School? What the?
Yeah. Is
You
it
know,
middle
that's
school or
an
high
anime.
school?
What was I
I
expecting?
think you
This
meant
was anime.
Gintoki. Or
No,
Suna
no, I'm
when you
talking about
said
Suna. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you said Gintoki though.
Oh. Well, I meant to say, I meant to say Suna. I said Suna
I was about
is...
to say, dude, I've never seen Gintama after all.
So, Suna is the normal middle school student, and he doesn't want to become the mafia boss, and he kind of sticks to his guns all the way until the end of the series. Like, there's a stigma about being a mafia boss, and he doesn't want to be around all that violence, but he always, similar to Ichigo, he always decides to, you know, take what he needs just to protect the people he cares about. Because, you know, through all these circumstances, he's growing more friends and everything. And even though he doesn't want to be part of this type of organization, he'll do what needs to be done to achieve said goal. I
think Speedwagon wins.
But I'm going to vote for Suna. And Ali, you said you're disdaining, or
I'm
do
gonna
you have a vote?
Yeah, I'm staying out of this one because I didn't watch it. I don't think it's.
I don't think this one's very fair. Also,
Gintoki versus Suna.
because Gintoki, I mean, you can call it what you want, but I think we can all agree that Gintama is primarily a comedy anime most of the time.
Yeah, I was strongly debating not putting Gintama on this list, but I didn't know what other shonen to put. I probably should have put D Gray Man in hindsight, but I
You
doubt
probably should have
anybody
put
watched
Promised
it.
Oh yeah,
Neverland.
D Gray Man, dude, I love that show.
I probably should have put Alan
I mean,
Walker.
hindsight 2020, but I feel like in an episodic comedy anime, it's just not fair to expect the same amount of depth and growth.
I mean, and they're
Like
still able to
Gintoki
jam
still
in
has it, and so that makes it more
Oh, yeah.
impressive to me, at least.
That I agree. I love Gintama. I think it's very impressive. But I'm gonna have to go Suna. Suna's did not expect it, but Suna made the finals.
Oh my god.
Naruto.
Wait, what were the votes? Who voted for what?
So I voted for Suna. Light voted for Suna. Jet voted for Suna, and then you voted.
I voted for Kentucky.
You voted for Gintoki, and Pulxo voted for Gintoki, and then Ali disdained, so Suna won.
Man, it turns out Jet the Prophet is just like the worst guy.
Yeah, I like seeing the world burn like my man Suna. No pun intended.
Fair enough.
That
fair
was
enough.
so pun intended.
All
it
right.
definitely was.
So we gotta figure out this Ichigo and Asa situation. It
It's
is
Well, if
someone
we just
without
did-
math problem and see who can solve it, okay?
No, wait. What if we just did a, you went to Google Chrome, like, on Discord Live, and you just tell it to choose a number 1 through 2, 1's Asta, and 2's Ichigo. It's a tie. That's the only way we can do it.
How about we do a phone a
Really
friend?
quick though, I just want to say, like,
Let's bring in one more
I
guy.
would have
What about, like,
wanted,
Cash? I
instead
can
of
just
Ash,
text him
we should
real
have put
quick.
Naofumi in there.
Now food. Oh, I didn't
Are you
count that.
hero?
Isekais are for a different tournament. Isekais are totally different. So that's why I
I
didn't
can
want
ask
to
Cash.
that one.
Hey, I will say this.
All right.
Asta's better than Asta's better than Kirito.
Bleach is technically
That is
an
such
isekai.
an
Changed my
easy
mind.
thing to say. Like, Kirito sucks.
Barely.
Oh my goodness, I can't with you. All right, so we got to. I think the best way to figure this out.
Is the number generator?
No, because I would hate to leave it to random.
Oh, okay, the ratings
Can we
on my
bring in
anime
someone?
list.
Is there anyone we bring in?
Would you, if we found
I
someone
can
to
ask
bring in,
Cash real quick.
would you guys be okay to ask this dude Cash? I will only ask him if everybody's okay with it.
As long as he's
Fine.
seen both series. I want
Yeah,
as least biased.
He has seen Bleach and he has seen Black Clover. I can,
Pulxo, he was in the thing with us.
yeah.
I
He's
can't
seen several.
remember Cash. Oh wait, I remember who he is. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so is everybody okay if we ask Cash?
I vote
Yeah,
for Asta.
I made the.
Oh, there we go. I heard that squid. Asta wins.
Squid.
Never mind.
Die.
Yeah, I wouldn't kill myself after this one.
Are we allowed to attend your funeral?
No. None of you were invited. Maybe Pokesel. Maybe.
I thought I could trust you,
All
Squid.
right, this hurts me.
I thought I could trust you, Squid. You
This-
broke that trust. Bro, you're gonna be beaten up.
Oh, I heard
I'm
him
gonna
crack the
whip
knuckles and everything.
40 times. 40 times in the basement. You're
Alright,
gonna get
Suna
whipped.
wins.
Okay,
RTL, I
The
asked that you respect.
finals.
I asked you to
Let's
respect
go
my
to the finals. Let's go to the
sacrifice.
finals.
The finals. Let's at least say what the finals are. The finals of the best shonen protagonist of all time for like battle shonen, adventure shonen, long run shonen, those traditional shonen types. We got Asta from the crazy series, probably the best shonen out currently.
You mean
Clover,
garbage shonen? My bad.
probably the best shonen
I
out
had a little
currently,
cough
Black
there.
Clover. And we got Kata KO Hitman Reborn with Suna, one of the more underrated shonen that came out during the time of Naruto and the Big Three.
Suna.
What
Suna.
character is
Here's
better?
the thing, RTL. I let your trash boy come to the finals, and you need to do the right thing and not let him win. Suna needs to win this.
Suna.
All right.
Suna.
It's not even close.
I love Black Clover. I love Asta.
I am low-key crying that
Suna.
Asta made this far.
Suda has to take the dub for this one. I think
Thank
everybody voted for
the
Suda
Lord.
here, right?
Don't
Thank-
ask Jet.
The universe.
Wait, hold on. What's everyone voting for?
Everybody.
Asta.
Asta.
Everybody's going for Asta.
What?
it's-
Oh, I'm going for
it's-
Asta too.
Gosh, dang it.
It's actually Suna.
Oh,
You can't
right.
trick me.
Suda has won the biggest
But he didn't. Sweet.
underdog victory I've ever seen on one of these tournament brackets. I did not see it coming.
Thank
I did
God.
not think
I
Suna was
was
going to win. But what did I tell you, people? This is what I mean. This just tells you to watch Kata KO Hitman Reborn.
To be honest, I thought that Toshiro would have taken the dub against Ichigo.
Bro, you said Asta should have lost first round, and look who's
Oh no, I said that
laughing
too,
now.
but I thought that Ichigo was gonna lose because I thought everybody here was like Demon Slayer fanboys.
I
Heck no.
almost voted
Read
for
the
Tanjiro.
damn manga. It's good as hell.
I almost voted for Tanjiro, but I gave
I don't.
Ichigo.
I've only read
Ichigo
one
beats
manga.
Tanjiro in the manga anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've actually read bits and pieces of the Bleach manga. I'm in love with it, but I can't say anything
Alright.
about the Demon Slayer manga, sadly.
So last comments, last things. The only thing I'll say is all you One Piece fanboys and Gintama fanboys are going to be so pissed at us that we had Luffy losing the first round.
Oh yeah,
What
One
we
Piece
had-
fans.
Luffy losing the first round probably is going to be pissing some people off.
Come on, Bleach deserved this dub. It's returning.
No, it's not. Like Suna.
Oh yeah, I
would've-
own RTL.
I would have
own
voted
you,
for
man.
Suna instead of Asta. Easy. I mean Ichigo. I would have voted for Suna instead of Ichigo.
I just want to say really quick, this bracket disgusts me, and I want everyone to know that I don't support it.
Yeah, kind of same as Squid.
Shonen Protagonist.
I don't know
Suna.
why. I don't know why RTL picks such bad things for his brackets.
RTL,
Like
can
he
you
always
make a
makes
whole
the
video
poor
for me
choices.
and try to convince me Black Clover's not trash.
Convince you Black Clover is not trash?
Yeah.
I think I made a video talking about Black Clover. I just don't know what it is.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you
making-
did.
RTL guys, RTL's pro Black Clover because that's what made him get
Wait,
1,000
guys.
subs.
No, I'm pro Black Clover
Was-
because I love the manga right now.
No, you're pro because that's what gives you subs.
I made a top 10 shonen thing. Like I decided to do one. I had One Piece number 1. I mean, it's One Piece. But I had Black
Oh,
Clover
get
number
it?
2.
You did it for the pun, man. You did it for the pun.
Black
One
Clover
Piece.
was
You
number
had
2.
One Piece as number 1. Get it? I'm funny. Not.
Naruto was
Yeah.
number 3. Kata Kid Hitman Reborn was number 4, and Bleach was number 5. I still love Bleach. Can't wait until it comes back. But any final comments or
My final comment is RTL. How do you feel about being wrong?
Bleach is
Honestly,
trash.
Guys, I have a question.
Okay, I'm unfriending that guy. Is that Anime Extra?
Yeah, that's anime extra.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Ali?
I have a question. Alright, you know how Naruto marries Hinata, right?
Yeah.
Right. Aren't they distant cousins?
No.
Wait,
Naruto
who did
and
not? What did
Hinata?
you just say?
Naruto and Hinata.
I don't
Oh.
think they're distant cousins. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think so.
Go. If you go through
Hey,
the
man,
family
it's
tree
Japan,
and like go
everything
back,
divides.
I'm kind of like,
I mean, we're all
Uh,
distant cousins if we go back far enough.
oh yeah, we all go back to Africa.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm
he
pretty
might
sure
have a
everyone in the
point.
Leaf Village is a distant cousin of everyone.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
Oh,
sure.
it's-
oh,
It all
shit.
descended from like
Ew.
one guy, didn't it?
Wait, no. I think they went around different like the areas.
I
and just, like,
mean, we got the Senju, Uzumaki, and like Uchiha, and then who else?
Yeah, but wasn't it just the Uchiha and the Mr. Wood? Wasn't it just
No,
those? How did they make
they're wandering around
Hey,
like
Squid,
other
your
planets.
opinion is trash.
All right, you know what? I won't take.
Anime Extra.
Anime Extra. What do you? All right. All
Your
right, let's end
opinion's
this
trash.
bracket.
Hating,
Let's end this
hating,
bracket.
hating Bleach,
Hold
bruh.
on, hold up.
You're the
we're ending
worst
it.
being on this earth, man.
Let's
I'm gonna
end-
hate on you. I'm making a diss track on Anime Extra now.
Let's
Man.
relax. Let's.
Hey,
end
Foxo,
it.
shut up, man.
All right. So this has been Kickback Anime Discussions. Suna Sawada Tsunayoshi from Kata Kei Hitman Reborn is the
Wait,
greatest
wait.
shonen protagonist of all time.
According to you,
Wait,
Normie.
guys, wait, is he still getting his dog back?
Who's getting what dog?
Right, how is Black Clover
RTL, can I please have my
Black
dog?
Clover is the
Oh,
most
yeah, you can have your dog
trashiest
back.
anime I've ever
Yeah.
watched.
It's the
Never
worst
before-
anime you ever watched?
Never
that's
before
what I
have
think
I
when I was
See
rocked
you
like,
guys
the
next
anime
time,
I
people.
watched.
Peace out.
See ya. Subscribe to
God.
See ya.
I should abandon this.